You better believe it, Amanda, and we are broadcasting live from Frontenac, Kansas, upon the campus of Frontenac High School, home of the Raiders. Hard to believe that basketball season is upon us. Felt like just yesterday we were wrapping up the Lady Grizzlies season in Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina, Kansas, back in March when they made it to state last year. But man, here we go. First week of December already, and we have basketball just about every week until the month of March, starting tonight. 7.5 minutes until tip-off of the season opener of Labette County Grizzly basketball. Again, traveling to tonight, Frontenac, to take on the Raiders on an early homecoming night. Should be a good atmosphere and a fun opener for both of these teams. Good evening, Grizzly fans. You're listening to the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly basketball. Jack Leake alongside this season, the color voice of the Labette County Grizzlies, my father, Jack Leake. Dad, happy to have you with me on the headset this season. Two new looks from both these squads, but excited for a Frontenac opener compared to kind of a 2-3 hour trip, non-conference type deal.
Oh, for sure, yeah, and I'm also ready to get the basketball started. It's always a sport that kind of pulls me through the wintertime, so anxious to get going here. And as you mentioned earlier, it does go fast, so we need to enjoy every game we get to watch. So I'm ready to get going.
Last season, we'll talk about specifically this Lady Grizzlies team. Again, if you're not familiar, typically every night it's a doubleheader. Girls play at 6 and boys follow whenever the conclusion of the girls' game might be. Typically around 7:30 is when the boys tip. But this Lady Grizzlies team last season went 16-7. They had good seniors, good defense, good offense, great coach in Coach Vollmer, and they rode that gravy train all the way to the first round of state where they fell to Bishop Miege 68-33. But that's a Grizzly team that was nipping at the heels of Fort Scott to win the SEK last year. Our Lady Grizzlies finished 9-3 in the SEK League respectively last season. My point being, last year's squad was mighty fine, and you're going to have to replace one Katon O'Brien, an all-SEK player. There's a couple candidates that might fill in her slot, but that's going to be the shoes you need to fill right away. You're starting all-league point guard.
Yeah, and I mentioned to Landry in the hall the other day, actually, this would be the first year that those two haven't played side by side since they were in 3rd or 4th grade. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's they were a fun duo to watch, but you know, we'll have some girls step up and do their best to I guess not replace Katon, but you know, spread the love out a little bit between 5 or 6 girls and work it inside more if we have to. So I'm excited to see. Coach Vollmer's a good coach, and I'm sure she's worked hard on trying to get these girls ready for the season.
And we'll get into some of those parts that you just mentioned that might have to maybe not fill any voids per se, but recreate a different identity for this year's team compared to what maybe we had last year. Again, this is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Lady Grizzly basketball. Last year's team averaged just under 50 points a game, and you lose half of that scoring. But that also means you bring back half of that scoring. And most of that is on the head of Landry O'Brien, who averaged 11 points a night last year, and Jaden Davis, who averaged just 5 points a game, but you'll agree with me.
Yeah.
Her touch around the rim, her impact, her rebounding ability, let alone with the unfortunate absence of Kinsley Boss, who tore her ACL earlier this summer. Jaden Davis is going to be vital if this heart's going to thump through March.
Yeah, Jaden's she was a force last year. She's a strong, hard worker inside. So, I really think she'll have a big season for us. And we'll see. Without the squad we had last year, we'll see if we're going to press as much and just exactly what Coach Vollmer's thinking our style should be. So, again, I think we're going to be just fine. We will definitely have a different look for this squad.
3.5 minutes until starting lineups here at Frontenac. Again, it's Labette County, it's Frontenac. Season opener for the 24-25 basketball season. We're going to take our first 30-second break of tonight's Tank Connection pregame show. And when we come back, we're going to talk about a few names that maybe you didn't hear last season that you're going to hear a lot about this year. 30-second break on KLKC. From Frontenac High School, Jack Leake alongside Jack Leake. 2:20 until tip-off.
That works.
A few names that you maybe didn't hear at all last season from the varsity standpoint, our broadcast that is, that are going to really have to play well, and they will because they're good players. A couple, Amory Baker, sister of All-State player, center for the boys, Hudson Baker. Amory last season made her face shown in 5 games last year in crunch time. Towards the end of games, didn't score, but Amory is going to be a big portion of this year's team as far as depth, especially with Kinsley Boss out. Amelia Carnahan, a JV killer last season. Labette County, this is the Lady Grizzly reload that they just find a way to do every year. Amory Baker and Amelia Carnahan, a junior, didn't play in a varsity game, is going to run some point for us this year. She's a good little player too.
Yeah, I think both those kids are, and Amory's got a high basketball IQ. Her family is all about that, and I saw her grow a lot last year just in confidence, being out on the floor. She's getting stronger, and so, the first third of the season, these girls will work their way into where they become more confident with the ball. So, and there's no way to really just get that. You have to jump in and just play minutes, and through that hard work, then they'll gain that confidence they need to be peaking in January and February.
Yeah, that's typically the mentality, and the same things you kind of notice each year is that the first month of the season, let alone the first game, these coaches are going to hope they see a completely different team come February and March, but you still want to win these games without question. Starters for both teams are sitting down on their respective benches. To give you a visual, we're sitting on what I believe to be the west side of the gymnasium, up near the top row, facing down. Labette County's to our lower left, Frontenac to our lower right. Clock is winding down, and we'll see if I think they only do the anthem before the boys' games typically. It looks like starters are about to be named off here by the PA announcer about 15 feet below me. So I'll go ahead and get a jump ahead of them. Or are they going to do the national anthem? We shall see, I suppose. But Labette County is going to be in their road black uniforms with gold trim and red numbers, and Frontenac is going to be in their home white uniforms with black numbers and kind of a white-silver trim. Frontenac, not a lot of schools you see have colors that are black, white, gray, kind of a darker tone. And speaking of that, it's homecoming night and blackout night here for the students that I actually don't see quite yet, but starters are being named off. And for Labette County, or rather we'll start with the Frontenac Lady Raiders, it's going to be number 12, a 5'6" senior, Addie Myers. Number 23, a 5'9" senior, Skylar Hutchison. Number 24, a 5'10" freshman, Hayden Goodwin. Number 33, a 5'5" senior, Taylor Kaiser. Or I'm sorry, the freshman Goodwin is not starting. It's number 13, Tinley Sullivan, a 5'2" senior. I'll have to rename those in a moment, I'm sorry. And number 34, Marley Stout, stands at 6 foot tall. She's a junior, so that'll be a presence inside. I'll rename those Lady Raiders here after tip-off. Starters, check mark. Yeah. For the Lady Grizzlies, number 13, a 5'5" junior. There you go, Amelia Carnahan. Number 14, a 5'9" senior, Aubrey Boss. Number 12, 5'9" number 21, a 5'9" senior, Madison Bevins. Number 23, a 5'8" senior, Landry O'Brien. And number 42, a 5'9" senior, Jaden Davis. So Madison Bevins and Amelia Carnahan getting the starting nod to start the season. You kind of knew a few of the starters, Boss, O'Brien, Davis. You wondered who the other two might be. Good to see Bevins and Carnahan get the nod tonight. Labette County takes one last huddle before the start of another good long basketball season. Again, it's black uniforms for Labette, white uniforms for Frontenac. No confusion should take place here tonight. All 10 athletes on the hardwood, lightly colored, with a Frontenac Raider in a dark colored wood at center court, holding a Frontenac shield in its left hand. Referee holds the pumpkin in his left hand, talks to the girls for a moment. 8 minutes put on both scoreboards to my left and to my right. Referee tosses it in the air, and it's won by Aubrey Boss. Goes to Landry O'Brien, should be an all-league player this year, the senior with the ball. A fast-paced Lady Grizzlies team to start the night. Our boys should be the same. We'll see that later. Here's a kick out to Maddie Bevins. It's not there. She'll tuck it. Carnahan looks mature on the floor, has good size. Here's Boss on a downhill floater. Got it. Points are scored on the first possession of the year for the Lady Grizzlies.
Well, I really like that ball movement. They were really passing the ball inside, outside, and all around. That was good ball movement there.
Labette County applying that pressure that they love to apply, and Landry O'Brien called for a foul. Oh, they call a 10-second violation on Frontenac.
I'm going to tell you, I stressed out over this all last year. She's so aggressive and so quick, but we cannot have her in foul trouble.
Yeah. So Labette County forces a turnover, if you will, on Frontenac's first possession. 2-0 Lady Grizzlies, not quite a minute into the game here in Raider country. Aubrey Boss has the only points on the scoreboard with the ball near center floor. Now the senior, number 23, O'Brien, gets downhill, tucks it, shoots it, and is fouled. And Landry's going to find herself with 2 free shots.
You know, I have a good feeling right now of this starting group of girls, and I really like Amelia Carnahan's presence out there right now. She's barking out orders and pointing and seems confident. It's good to see.
Landry's first free throw is good. 3-0 Labette County, no subs, only 55 seconds into the game. One more to come for Landry O'Brien. Has got it transitioned away from the lavender-colored basketball shoes she wore much of last year. Has some hot pink colored shoes for tonight.
Looks like we're going to continue to press, it looks like.
And they had to maybe expect that. You know, you can always anticipate it, but it's hard to stop. Yeah. Frontenac breaks it, puts up a 3, and misses it, but gets an offensive rebound. Credit goes to Kaiser on that. They rotate it. They have numbers on the weak side of the floor. A 3 put up is stout. It grazes the front of the rim. Another offensive rebound, and the putback is good from Kaiser for Frontenac's first bucket.
Felt like we defended well. We just missed a rebound there, and they had a nice putback, so that's really not a bad defensive stand there.
Inside to Bevins, she'll turn, fire, has it blocked, well contested by Kaiser. Rebound Davis, she's fouled going up. No, yes, going up. 2 free throws for JD.
You'll see that all year. She'll always be around the ball underneath, fighting for it, so no surprise there. And she's got a real pretty soft shot. I'm looking for these 2 to fall, actually.
Jaden's first free throw is up and good. 5-2 Labette County, 6:22 to go in the first quarter. Jaden's second free throw is perfect as well. Good call.
Yeah, she just has a pretty rotation and good shot.
Landry gets a steal in the full court, and then a blocking foul is called on the Lady Raiders. And frustration from the body language of Skylar Hutchison echoes throughout the gym.
Okay, for just a second, I thought that was on Landry. So,
yeah, number 23 popped on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Ball goes into Landry, wants to get downhill. Floater blocked, clean that time by Stout. She stands at 6 foot tall. And was that a jump ball call?
Yeah, jump ball.
It'll be Frontenac basketball. It's 6-2 Labette County, 6:12 first quarter. 3 team fouls on Frontenac already. Labette County yet to commit a crime tonight.
That's good.
Frontenac gets across the timeline this time. Stout with it, and a foul is called on Labette County. We were here for most of the JV game, and this is a different crew, but in the JV game there was a foul about every other possession. So we'll see how this varsity game is called. Amory Baker checks in for Jaden Davis, and that foul did go on for Labette County, Amelia Carnahan. 2-3 zone for the team in black. That's your Lady Grizzlies. Frontenac trying to eye it down. Anna Cantrell's going to check in at the next dead ball for Labette County, a fan favorite last year. Missed long two-pointer from Sullivan. Rebounded by Labette County's Landry O'Brien. Coach Vollmer barking out orders.
Just another good defensive stand. We're really jumping to the ball right now.
Missed floater from O'Brien goes to the hands of Kaiser, but the senior Raider loses it out of bounds, and in comes Anna Cantrell for Amelia Carnahan. Did not look like a first-time varsity player those first 2 minutes.
No, I really love what I'm seeing out of her. And as we know, Anna's a fine player too. So right now I'm seeing 7, 8 really good basketball players out there we've rotated in.
Good cut and pass. Anna Cantrell's going to shoot 2 free throws here. Landry found her from well beyond the arc down low. And that's going to go on 34, Marley Stout. 4th team foul on Frontenac, and the 1st on their 6-foot junior.
Yeah, really good ball movement again, and it seems like we've got Frontenac about a step behind.
I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way for the first time. We'll say it 30 times this year. I'm going to wait for her to shoot this free throw. But Labette County, she misses the second. They're 5 for 6 from the free throw line. I've watched a lot of college men's basketball, and I don't see many go 5 for 6 from the line.
It doesn't seem like it, especially when it's your team.
Yeah, just getting that out of the way already. Our Lady Grizzlies have always shot free throws really well. Here's a good pin down and a conversion from Hutchison. It's 7-4 Labette County.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Frontenac. Good pass inside, good shot.
5 minutes first quarter. Labette County by 3. O'Brien on a good drive, no whistle. She'll miss it off the bottom of the backboard. Rebound Raiders goes right back to your favorite, Landry O'Brien. Aubrey Boss tries to track it down, and Amory Baker will rotate the rock. Back to Landry, one-arm flip, bounces off the hands of the Raiders, and it'll stay with Labette County. Yeah. Fast,
Landry,
heads up.
She has one speed, and it's spun up. And I really like how she penetrates with the ball. That could have been a foul. She'll get some fouls called driving like that, so she'll keep it up.
Couple subs again for Labette County already. Carnahan has it in the corner. She just checked in. Cantrell still in the game. Carnahan dribbles with her head up and rotates the ball to Davis, who's back in as well. Carnahan will drive to Prison in the short corner, turn and whip it to Cantrell. There is no shot clock implemented tonight. Here's Carnahan on a 3, short. Rebound goes in the face of Hutchison, and she'll grab it.
That's a good-looking shot, and I hope she continues to take that when she's open. Yep.
Carnahan's going to create a jump ball, and this one will go to Labette County. As I said earlier, no shot clock tonight. And the reason why I say that, this year, shot clock is being implemented in 4A. Yep. So that is going to be exciting.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, too, to work out. Just one more thing to watch the kids have to deal with. So, but, yeah, it'll continue to speed the game up even more.
Frontenac is Class 3A, and I'm assuming they chose not to implement it because tonight's the only game we won't have a shot clock. Here's another fight for the ball on the floor. Amory Baker in there on that effort, and a jump ball goes to Frontenac, who has 5 new players checking in with under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
You know, I have no complaints so far with the officials. They're letting them play, and just if it gets a little hacky, they call a jump ball, and on we go. So that's good.
Labette County pressing this new host of Raiders, and they force a turnover. Carnahan left to right, picks up her dribble, faces traffic, and gives it up to her teammates. Landry O'Brien in the corner. Down to Davis underneath, tries to go up and under, misses it strong, gets her own miss off the sloppy rebound, but Labette County maintains control. O'Brien for 3, missed it off the heel. Davis rebound, goes up strong, rebounded by McGowan. In the game now for Frontenac. Right to left, we move quickly. Here's Reese Franklin, pass intercepted by Amelia Carnahan.
action. There is a lot of action out there.
7-4 Grizzlies, close game. 3 minutes first quarter, backdoor O'Brien. Layup is missed, rebounded by McGowan, and they're off and running again. Here's a whistle and a foul on Amelia Carnahan.
Might be 2 on her. There's some nice passes and cuts, and so, yeah, boy, they are really hustling.
The 5 on the floor for Frontenac are Ella Sullivan, Reese Franklin, Alana Sullivan, Casey McGowan, and Hadley Goodwin. That was the second on Amelia, and she'll check out. Ball goes into the 2-3 zone for Labette County, and the three-pointer for the tie is missed. Getting her own rebound is Franklin, and she's fouled going up, and Reese Franklin is going to shoot 2 to try to get her team within 1 in the early goings of tonight's game.
Just one of those shots that she hit the rim so hard it kicked back 6-8 foot and went over. We were there for the rebound. It just kicked way out. So that's unfortunate.
Franklin's first free throw hits the front of the rim and dies off, no good. The second attempt from the freshman is up and perfect.
Be interesting to see what Coach Vollmer does with Carnahan. We don't certainly want 3 fouls in the first half, so she might just keep her there till near halftime.
Amory Baker will turn and throw it away. Here's Alana Sullivan on the interception. She'll pitch it up ahead to Franklin, who just scored a possession ago from the free throw line. 7-5 Labette County, 2:20 first quarter.
Yeah, that was really just our first real mistake right there, just kind of a miscue.
Sullivan with it on the right wing. Ref begins to count. No 5-second call. Frontenac gets out of it again. Labette County pressing the perimeter and the paint in this 2-3 zone.
Really applying pressure and keeping the ball outside. Yeah.
Three-point shot goes down for Casey McGowan. That was a good defensive possession from Labette County.
Thought so too. She made a good three-point shot, so we're working.
Frontenac has their first lead of the game at 8-7. Landry shoots a floater that misses. 3 Lady Grizzlies there to rebound, and Maddie Bevins finds herself being fouled.
Yeah, really scrappy play there by Maddie down low, so that's the effort we need. I really like how Coach Vollmer's keeping bodies coming and going and coming and going.
Another couple substitutions, the 5 on the floor. Kaylee Eberhardt, another really good JV player last year.
Yeah, this will be good for her, too, to get out here and get some minutes under her belt.
Maddie Bevins' first free throw is up and good. And the reason why she's shooting free throws, I kind of forgot this rule from last year. They do bonus from quarter to quarter now, not half to half. So Frontenac had 5 team fouls, so it's 2 free throws from here on out. There's no 1-and-1 anymore.
Okay.
Bevins misses the second. It's tied at 8. 2 pretty good teams here. Here's a tip pass by Bevins, but it goes back to Sullivan, and then it's thrown away and picked off by Labette County, trying to break the tie on this possession.
Landry had quick hands on that one. She jabbed it out so quick you couldn't call the foul. Just too quick.
Bevins will shoot a little quick floater, and she's fouled. 2 shots for Bevins, who just got done shooting a couple.
Nice Maddie right there, making an aggressive move to the basket. Boy, well, we were just talking about someone's going to have to kind of help step up for Caton's position, and that sure looked a little bit like it.
First free throw is good. That was the 11th free throw of tonight's game for both teams combined. This is about to be the 12th, so whoever shoots well from the stripe very well might have an advantage come the end of the game. Second free throw is missed. She splits both pairs, and Frontenac grabs down the rebound. 65 seconds to go in the first quarter. Labette County 9, Frontenac 8 here on homecoming night in Frontenac, Kansas. Downhill drive for Sullivan is not there. She'll turn and pitch it to her sister, Ella Sullivan. They're looking to try to get it down low, but Eberhardt defends the ball well on the far side. It's Alana Sullivan with it. Has to give it back to her senior sister at the top of the key. There they get it down low. It's 1-on-1. Boss will foul Goodwin down there, and she'll shoot a couple.
She's a pretty tall gal, strong, posted up. It felt like she was in there 4 or 5 seconds. I kind of saw the ref looking at her. I think he was going to call it. But that might be their next thing they try is to work the ball inside because we're putting so much pressure on the perimeter. I just don't see them being successful all night out there.
First free throw is no good from Goodwin. Best she can do on this free throw is tie the game. Checking in for Frontenac is their starter, Marley Stout. She will replace Alana Sullivan. Second free throw is also missed. Jaden Davis with a good box out. Labette County has 35 seconds with the ball. Coach Vollmer gets the play in. O'Brien downhill, floater, blocked in traffic. Long outlet pass goes to Franklin. Bevins picks a pocket again. Outlet left to right. O'Brien left hand layup,
Ready.
Good.
Yeah,
now that I remember from last year.
I do too. That was good defense, good pass, good lay-in.
Landry's first field goal of the game. Don't want to foul near the end of the first quarter, but they do. That's Landry's first after she was kind of bailed out early in the game, but that's the team's 5th. So 2 free throws for Reese Franklin at the line.
Maybe we'll settle down a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems like on a few possessions, maybe we pushed it or rushed it just a little bit, but I like the aggressiveness of it.
First free throw for Franklin is good. 11-9, Labette County in front. 2 subs to finish the final 12 seconds. You don't want Landry to pick up her second personal foul. It's Davis, Bevins, Baker, Eberhardt, and Cantrell to finish out the first quarter.
That's a good decision by Coach.
Second for Franklin. Doesn't even hit rim and falls perfect. 11-10, good guys up, 10 seconds and ticking. Eberhardt breaks the press ahead to Bevins. Turns to Baker. No one's there. 5 seconds. Baker. Pump fake. Bevins with 3 seconds. Three-pointer is short. Rebound Frontenac. And they don't get a half-court shot off in time. What a festive first 8 minutes to the season. Frontenac 10, Labette County 11. Quarter number 2 coming your way in 1 minute on KLKC.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Labette County tosses the ball in to start another quarter here in Frontenac. It's 11-10 Grizzlies right at the start of the second quarter from Frontenac.
That was
Cantrell
an
with it.
entertaining first half.
Oh, it was great. It was great. Labette County comes up short on their first offensive possession of the second quarter. Here's Frontenac trying to take back their second lead of the game here, down by a point with the ball. Looks like starters for the most part are back in for Coach Scott Field's crew. Here's a drive and an errant layup goes out of bounds, but it'll stay with her team. It was Stout on the drive.
Yeah, I'm real pleasantly surprised with how we're playing. I say pleasantly because I know we have some new young kids out there, and they are really playing hard and confident.
Open in the corner, a Raider on an island, buries the 3. Taylor Kaiser gives her team a 2-point lead.
And those are the hardest ones to make when you're wide open, so credit goes to that 33. Good, that was a nice shot.
Landry turns and gives it to Cantrell on the left side. Now to Boss, who gets her man to bite, pulls up from 7 on a floater that misses. Pinball goes down to Hutchison, and they're out and running right to left. A near travel from Frontenac, no whistle. Ball tipped about, goes to our Grizzlies. Emery Baker didn't feel the Raider. You could hear Dad groaning, and the home team going the other way.
Yeah, we just need to settle in here and get a stop and get our legs back under us.
Frontenac misses on another 3. Baker playing good defense. Tough floater misses for Stout. Kind of a settle there for Frontenac, who had a lot of momentum going into that possession.
Yeah, they came out really hustling and playing hard this first minute or two, so looks like we're going to try to get squared up and set up a play.
Two teams that kind of feel like they think they know their identity, so they're trying to kind of rush to it pretty quick in this game. Real fast. Some of it's worked, some's been out of control, but it's made for a fun first quarter and a half.
Oh, it sure has.
Labette County down by 2 with the ball, a tough possession. They get it to the near side of the floor. O'Brien misses a layup, well contested. Labette County's downhill drives have been that way.
They sure have. Again, some of those will start falling for her, and what I like about her most is she forgets it. If it doesn't go in, give it to her again, she'll shoot it again.
Frontenac will put up a long 2 that airball's short, and Landry will save it from going out. 5:30 second quarter, Frontenac 13, Labette County 11. Labette County just with 2 field goals. A lot of free throws have been shot by both these teams. Landry from 8, missed it short, rebounded by Tinley Sullivan for Frontenac.
That was a nice little shot. I like that look, so we'll take those all night long.
Labette County has to hustle with their help defense to prevent a driving lay-in from Sullivan, but she gets it out. Baseline floater, up and short. Good strong rebound by Emery Baker right there.
That sure was. Good aggressive grab. She's playing hard too tonight.
Near travel from Cantrell, but she'll find her partner Bevins in the corner right in front of Coach Fields with his hands on each hip. Baker on the block, turns and gives it to Boss. Labette County searching for somebody that wants to pull the trigger. Boss will from 10. Boss will miss from 10. Rebounded by Kaiser on the far side.
You know, we just need that to fall. That was a real similar shot that Landry had just a moment ago. And there's Landry on the floor.
What a great
Shocker.
play.
Yeah.
Gets a pat on the back from Kaiser, who she stole the ball from, creating the jump ball. It'll stay with Frontenac.
Yeah. Yeah, when your opponent pats you on the back, you know they know
that
you're a competitor.
4:30 second quarter, Frontenac 13, Labette County 11. Picking them up in that half-court press. Not sure what it's called exactly, but we've ran it since I was 4 years old. Feels like it.
Yeah, it's a different look from the full court, so Frontenac coach wants to talk about it.
That is the first time out called from either head coach tonight. Kind of a crazy game here. Labette County 11, Frontenac 13. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Grizzly Basketball on KLKC.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
13-11, Frontenac in front of Labette County here in our girls game to open up the season.
Well, we'll see what Coach Fields drew up.
Skip pass here to the left short corner as we view the floor. Frontenac in their home whites working the floor right to left. Here's a steal created by Labette County's defense. Eberhardt came up with it, and a foul on Frontenac. That'll go on number 12, Addie Myers, her first personal, and the first team foul from either team halfway through the second quarter.
Okay.
We had 10 in the first quarter alone.
That's a good stat to listen to. And well, Kaylee did a good job on that last possession.
Jaden Davis in the corner. Labette County trying to tie this game or take the lead on this possession. And it's tipped out by the Lady Raiders. Labette County will inbound from under their own rim.
52 came in.
Oh, I didn't. I thought that looked like Jaden Davis there for a minute. We'll get that Lady Grizzly for you here in a moment. That's Kaylin McCoy, a 6-foot-tall freshman for our Lady Grizzlies. Might have an injured Lady Raider at mid-court. The refs don't see her. Labette County's got the ball, and she's hurt at mid-court. The refs don't see her.
Well,
they go underneath to McCoy, and she scores it, and then they stop the game.
Yeah, I think in that possession, had Frontenac had possession of the ball, they would have blown it. I know that seems almost cold to even think about, but there's something in place on that when there's an injured player.
Kaylin McCoy with the bucket to tie the game. The injured Lady Raider on the floor is Tinley Sullivan. Will step aside for a 1-minute break on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
Well, good news. Tinley Sullivan was able to get up and walk off the floor. She's obviously not in the game right now, being tended to properly. Hope to see Sullivan back in and healthy later on in this one. It's tied at 13 with 3 minutes left in the half. Lady Raiders with the basketball.
Yes.
And a travel's called on Ella Sullivan. 3 Sullivans, all sisters.
Yes, the triplets, all seniors, and boy, that was another good hustle possession by all 5 players for the Grizzlies. Really, Frontenac was kind of scrambled right there.
Scoring has come to a halt in this quarter. Labette County with it, trying to break the tie and regain the lead, rather. Landry will jump stop, put up an awkward floater that misses off the rim. After hitting the backboard, Ella Sullivan comes down with the basketball.
I almost think she was wanting to kind of shoot or throw that inside to Jaden, but when Jaden wasn't looking, she took the shot.
2:40 to go in the first half. Here's a poke by Eberhardt and a steal by Davis. Kaylee Eberhardt's done a good job defensively.
Sure has, yes. I've been impressed with really all our girls. Are really going at it.
Jaden Davis with an overhead pass that's blocked. She had McCoy open on the low right block. For those unfamiliar, that's Kaylin McCoy, a 6-foot-tall freshman for Our Lady Grizzlies, who hit the bucket to tie it about a minute ago. 3-pointer with no hesitancy is up and missed by Ella Sullivan. Rebound Landry O'Brien.
And Kaylin looks confident, like she belongs out there as a freshman, so that's promising too.
They try to go to her, and it's batted into the hands of Davis. Labette County fortunate to still have it here. Landry, given room, pulls the trigger and buries the first 3 of the season for the Grizzlies, and they go up by 3. This is a big minute 45.
It sure is. That was just a real interjection right there. I look for the pressure just to step up now, even more.
2-point shot up and missed by Franklin. Frontenac maintains possession of the ball, though, off the carom. Minute 30 left in the half. Labette County by 3. Landry O'Brien has 7 points. She averaged 11 a season ago. And here's a foul underneath, and finding herself with a trip to the free throw line is number 10, Casey McGowan.
Trying to see who that was on. Okay, that's on Kaylin, I believe. It's probably a good foul. That was just a put back, so let's make her earn him here.
McGowan's first free throw is up and good. 3 Grizzlies check in. Bevins, Boss, and Baker for McCoy, Eberhardt, and Davis.
I am super impressed with Coach Ballmer. Right now, everything looks like it's really ticking, and she's rotating the girls in a good manner.
Second free throw missed by McGowan. Rebound Labette County up by 2 with 1:15 to go in the first half. O'Brien with the downhill drive, kind of got caught in the air, and it was ripped out of bounds by Myers, and it'll stay with the Grizzlies. Checking in is Brecklin Condon for Frontenac in place of McGowan.
Again, that was probably a good no call. I'm not going to bellyache about should have been a foul because he's letting us get away with a few too, so we'll take that.
1 minute to go until the halftime buzzer sounds. Labette County up by 2 with the ball. Again, after this game and moving forward, there will be a shot clock in every game. Landry wants another three, and you betcha. Landry with back-to-back threes, and she's our first player in double figures.
Isn't it funny how it is when a 1 or 2 go in for you? It just changes everything.
Landry nearly forces a turnover, and she does with the help of Bevins, and Landry's fouled on the runaway. And Labette County goes up by 5 with 36 seconds left in the first half. Baker, the inbounder, throws it into Landry. Head fakes on her third straight three. Settles for a floater that misses.
Henry.
Strong rebound by Baker. They're going to call a jump.
Okay.
They're going to call it.
Fighter in there. For such a nice, kind, sweet girl that you speak to in the hallways, she is really digging it down there and fighting hard.
Boss triggers it in. Landry given room. Throws it to Boss, and it goes out of bounds. Good idea from Landry. Aubrey thought the shot was going up.
And she just turned around to box out and go get it. So both kids did what they thought was right.
Labette County has held Frontenac to 1 field goal made in this quarter. Triple team, interception. Landry hits the deck, and she'll turn it over as the ball squirts out from her possession. And Frontenac has it with 9 seconds left in the half, down by 5 to Labette County. Down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds they drive, batted at, layup at the buzzer, missed.
Okay.
And Labette County is going to take a 5-point advantage, 19-14 into the locker room. Again, they held Frontenac to just 1 made field goal in that whole second quarter. We're going to catch our breath, take about a 3-minute break, and come back with the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. That's right, Amanda. It is Lady Grizzly basketball, and we're excited about it. Hard to believe it's already here, but that's the case every year somehow. Labette County Lady Grizzlies have a 5-point advantage over the Frontenac Raiders at halftime. 19-14 is the score. A little flurry of scoring from senior Landry O'Brien for our Grizzlies have given them that 5-point advantage. Along with a little help from her friends, though, Dad, on the defensive end. What'd you see from Labette County in that first half?
Well, a lot. One thing that stands out, honestly, is in some ways I thought we wouldn't be, I hate to say very deep, but the kids that have rotated in 2s and 3s and back, I haven't really seen a letdown at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so that stands out. And something about Landry, too, because I see her, of course, as one of our leaders, is there's been a few occasions already tonight where she probably did get fouled, and she felt like she got fouled. But a year or two ago, she would have been frustrated by those missed calls and sometimes, let that take over her. I see her tonight hopping up, slapping her hands together, and just playing defense after something happened. So I think she's really continued to mature as an athlete and just moving on to the next place. So that's good to see, too. And I think, does she just have one foul?
Yes.
I hate to say it that way,
yes.
but it seems like last year I was always holding my breath because she'd have 2 or 3 by half, and I hated that. So, but overall, I'm really, really impressed with the job Coach. These girls are ready to play. They're confident, they seem, and it's just been a great team effort.
Yeah, it has, and that leads me into what I was going to say that I noticed was just how good of teammates they are to each other. I know sometimes, it's a fact, it's not an opinion, that Landry's kind of the returning star of the team, the returning senior that is really good basketball player. And credit Landry for this. She doesn't make her teammates feel obliged. Oh, we have to throw it to Landry. We can't do anything. It's got to be our senior star. And credit her for that. They don't feel that way. They all answer to Coach Vollmer. Yeah. They don't answer to Landry. They don't answer to Jaden Davis. They all answer to Vollmer. They respect her. They respect each other. And they are selfless and willing passers.
Yeah.
There's no cliques in that locker room.
Yeah, I believe that too. The off the court stuff, they get along, and how important is that for your team to not have jealousies or issues like that to kind of fester. So yeah, I just gosh, I am really, really happy with what I watched right there. And I know we have to come out here and play another half, or we won't win. We have to hustle like that, but this little team's going to be just fine this year.
How fun is it to play at Frontenac to open the year? It just sounds better, looks better, feels better, shorter drive, all those things. It's just a little bit more fun, I think, for community and especially the game. I feel like this is kind of how it should be with some of these non-conference games. First half stats for you. Again, your score, Labette County 19, Frontenac 14. Frontenac had 4 different scores. Kaiser had 5. McGowan had 4, Franklin had 3, and Hutchison had 2. For Labette County, they had 6 different scores. I saw O'Brien and said Caton right away. Landry O'Brien had 10 points, and behind her were 4 players that had 2 points. Jaden Davis, Aubrey Boss, Maddie Bevins, and Kaylin McCoy, the 6-foot freshman. And Anna Cantrell was the 6th scorer with 1 free throw made in that first quarter. Box score totals at the end of the first quarter, it was 11-10 Labette County. And in the second quarter, it was 8-4 Labette County with the advantage, giving us our halftime score again, Labette County 19, Frontenac 14. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. 2 minutes until the second half begins. We'll take a 1-minute break as part of tonight's halftime show on KLKC. We'd like to thank a few sponsors for making our broadcast possible. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. A few other sponsors include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tank Connection, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Vollmer Cement Finishing, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Olson Ace Hardware, and SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister. A big thank you to all of our sponsors for allowing our jobs to be possible. Your halftime score, Labette County 19, Lady Raiders of Frontenac 14. Third quarter about to be underway. The 5 on the floor are the starting 5 for Labette County. Landry O'Brien, Amelia Carnahan, Madison Bevins, Aubrey Boss, and Jaden Davis. Again, this team is without Kinsley Boss for the foreseeable future. I would assume most of the season, if not all of it. Kinsley Boss tore her ACL this summer. Hate that for her. Fortunately, though, we might get to see her do something special in track this year in the springtime.
Most definitely.
Frontenac will start with the ball here in the third quarter, down by 5 to your Grizzlies. Looks like the same starting 5 for them, as I believe there are 3 Sullivans, and yes, the one that was injured, Tinley Sullivan, I think that's her,
13.
is back in the game.
Yep,
I believe it was
her.
Tinley that got
It
injured.
was 13, yes.
Good
Yep,
to
she's
see
in.
Tinley
Yes, it
Sullivan
is.
back. She's with it on the right wing. Labette County in kind of a 3-2 looking zone. A drive and a bucket is good from 33 in white, Taylor Kaiser.
That was a nice move right there. Kind of head fake, went baseline. That was a nice play.
Landry O'Brien has the ball at the volleyball stripe. She had 10 points, led all scores in the first half. Davis with good position, misses the lay-in, fights for her own board. It goes to Bevins, and they'll reset. Boss, floater,
Nice.
wide open, missed it, fought for again. She'll get it, go up, and is fouled.
Yeah, some nice hustle inside by, several girls. And something that I just realized, after Amelia got that second foul in the first quarter, I think she set out the entire first half. So we played that good half without one of our starters in there for
That's
a
true.
full quarter.
Aubrey's first free throw is off the mark, and she kind of shakes her head, shocked that she missed it, as that's kind of where I think most of these Lady Grizzlies are at. They expect those free throws to fall about every time. Aubrey's second is up and good. That's more like it, she says. 20-16, Lady Grizzlies in front.
Here's that signature press again.
Frontenac beats it. Davis calls for help. A three-pointer in the corner is airballed deep to Aubrey Boss. She'll bring in the loose change. An outlet to Amelia Carnahan. Crosses over right to left on the floor.
Amelia's a good ball handler, too. That's good to see.
Yeah. Amelia open in the corner. One dribble tray.
Yes.
Bottoms. It's
Wow.
a 2, the ref says. A 2-pointer. 22-16.
What a great possession for her on that right there. Did it all.
Landry contests the 3 really nicely, and it's missed by Myers. Labette County with the chance to maybe force a Lady Raider timeout. Carnahan left wing. Just scored her first field goal of her varsity career. Bevins for 3, buries it on the right wing. We'll see what Coach Fields does. Labette County goes up 9.
I tell you, it's contagious. Wow, we slipped one there.
Layup is good on the backside from Stout, her first bucket.
Just let one get behind us.
As we can't really forget, but Amelia Carnahan's a junior. Sometimes whenever players of her stature come up from JV, they'll come up as quick as their sophomore season, but she's been maturing in the JV uniform for 2 years. So that's why she looks so in tune. She's a junior.
Yeah, she looks so good.
Frontenac's going to create a turnover, try to score a layup again, and it's blocked. No, fouled by Jaden Davis. And Frontenac on a mini run, 2 free throws here for Kaiser coming up.
And I think that was probably all ball, but anytime your arm swipes, it's just easy to blow that whistle. And so, that's what happens.
Labette County was just up 9, and Frontenac, after that made Kaiser free throw, makes it 6, and she'll shoot one more. Amory Baker comes in for Jaden Davis.
Yeah.
The second is up and missed. Frontenac fighting and getting. Tinley Sullivan went down hurt in the first half, finds her outlet, three-point shot, no good, and this time it's rebounded by Baker with a foul going the other way.
Yeah, we needed that because Frontenac was getting a little run themselves going there, so that foul maybe settled them down, settle us down too maybe.
Labette County's won this quarter by 1 point through the first 3 minutes. It's 25-19 Labette County. That's 2 fouls on Taylor Kaiser, one of their better players at least tonight so far. She has 8 of their points. Inside they go to Baker, and they're going to call a jump ball. I think it stays with Labette County, and it does.
Yeah, we got just a little sloppy there, but Frontenac was putting some pressure on us, and so, we're going to face that all year. Might as well see it tonight.
Landry O'Brien gets the ball off the entry play. Carnahan wants a 3 left side. Looked good 99% of the way, but missed strong. Rebound Bevins backside. She's doubled. Timeout, Coach Vollmer. And we'll see if it's a 30-second or full timeout. It's 30 seconds. Labette County leads by 6 with just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Labette County's going to be coming fresh out of a Coach Vollmer 30-second timeout. They'll inbound on the far side of the floor. Landry O'Brien to trigger it in. She does. Finds Baker. Lady Raider hits the deck, gets to her feet. Carnahan baseline drive and a push foul called on her man, Addie Myers, who is riding the hip of the junior Carnahan.
We'll take that. That's one of the hate to say touchier fouls. It's probably a good call, but yeah, that's a good drive by Carnahan.
It's homecoming night. Kind of interesting. We spoke with their
athletic director.
Yeah, the AD. I didn't remember if it was principal or AD. They're doing it due to just kind of scheduling reasons. Landry wants a 3 and missed it short. Good position from Emery, but misses the layup. Frontenac with the ball. Baker works so hard down there. Labette County doesn't quite force a turnover. Short corner jumper is missed. Bevins grapples the rebound out of the air, and Labette County works the floor right to left, up by 6.
You know, I keep saying this, but this has so far been a real fun. There are no lulls ever in this game.
Foul on the floor, Landry O'Brien.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they call a jump.
Yeah.
Landry's been trying to get downhill and kind of put up some floaters tonight, and that one results in a jump ball. Yeah. We have 5 new Lady Raiders checking in here. We'll name them off here in a moment. 4:12 to go in the third quarter. It's 25-19 Labette County in front. The Lady Raiders that are on the floor are Ella Sullivan, Alana Sullivan, Maddie Bland, Hadley Goodwin, and on the far side of the floor is Casey McGowan. They have the ball down 6 to our Grizzlies. Pass across the middle of the floor. Finds Goodwin between the numbers, and they find their point guard Sullivan, and they'll set up shop offensively. A turn and fire is blocked. Good defense by Labette County, and Cantrell with the board. She checked in seconds ago for Labette. Carnahan with it, finds Davis, could have went to the rim, up, under, off the glass, and missed it. Baker with another board, finds Cantrell, who pulls it hip high. Baker on the right block, traveled, turnover Labette County, but it is not for a lack of effort.
No. Yeah, her and Davis both are really, really tearing that the paint up. That's a lot of fun to watch them down there.
Labette County can kind of feel that they're outworking Frontenac, and their feet are kind of just slipping out from under them. Foul on Jaden Davis as Frontenac was threatening to get downhill as well. That'll be just the second team foul on Labette County this quarter. Frontenac, meanwhile, has 3, and that is the second personal foul on Jaden Davis.
Okay. Need to keep her from getting her third one here. So she plays so hard and aggressive sometimes it's hard to find that middle ground.
3-point shot up and missed by Sullivan. Rebound Cantrell. They find Landry O'Brien, who has yet to score in this third quarter. Dump down pass a little too high for Davis. Turnover. Sullivan left to right. It's Ella Sullivan. Landry tries to block it, and it works, but the rebound goes to Goodwin, who scores. 25-21 is your score.
Okay, well, we just need to settle down here and score and then get a stop.
We have a foul on Frontenac. That'll be their 4th as a team with 2:50 to go in the third quarter.
Landry had a good seam there. Took advantage of it, exploited it, picked up the foul. I believe Maddie Bevins came in for Jaden.
Thank you, and Labette County will turn it over on the inbounds play. And Frontenac might not get across half court, and they don't. Landry O'Brien applied a lot of pressure to Alana Sullivan, and she dribbled off her leg out of bounds.
Yeah, Landry's just suffocating. It's hard to get the ball up the floor when she's guarding you.
Landry to throw it in. Throws it to Cantrell, who wisely doesn't touch it until it gets on the negative side of half court. Now she'll cross, pick up her dribble, and find senior number 23. At the top, Landry pulls the trigger, missed it deep, doesn't get the lucky bounce, and it'll stay with Labette County as it goes off of Hadley Goodwin.
Yeah, she'll take that wide open 3 every time at the top of the key and make most of them.
Cantrell to throw it in, underneath to Baker in traffic. Somehow squirts to Amelia. She'll miss a floater, rebounded by Goodwin, and Frontenac can get within 1 possession if they score here.
Yeah, we need a good defensive stand here.
Alana Sullivan running point at the logo at midcourt. To the left finds her sister. Ella misses the 3. Millie Carnahan with the board. Right to left, she'll sprint, crossing over. Landry given room, doesn't shoot it. Amelia might at the top. No, she'll pull it. She'll drive. Good dump to Baker with position. Bucket plus the foul. Amelia Carnahan with the distribution, and Emery Baker with the finish.
Boy, credit again to Carnahan. A beautiful little hook pass inside, and of course, Emery, alert, looking, working, gets the putback and the foul. Great possession we needed.
27-21 Labette County. Yeah, that was, a 4-point swing with Frontenac not scoring on that last possession. Baker's free throw is missed. Rebound Lady Raiders. That's 2 personal fouls on Casey McGowan. Nobody on either team, I believe, has 3 fouls or more. Baker rides the hip of her man, blocks it, and it nearly goes out. It did off of Frontenac. He says it stays with Frontenac. I thought it was grabbed by Goodwin as her foot was out.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I'm thankful he didn't call a foul because it wasn't a foul, but so many times it looks like a foul for if the ref doesn't have a good angle.
Oh, they do give it to Labette County. Here's Bevins on the long pass, and it's deflected out of bounds into the Raider cheer squad. It'll stay with Labette County.
Yeah, Frontenac coach does not agree with what just happened.
Well, the ref did point that way, but I think they're right on the correction. Maybe they just didn't say. McCoy's back in the game, the 6-foot-tall freshman for Labette County. Aubrey Boss throws it down to her. McCoy looking for her second bucket, has it blocked by Goodwin. A good play by the Raider freshman.
For sure, yeah, and here
Landry
we go.
with a suffocating steal. Right to left, she'll cradle, shoot, and score. Labette County goes up 8. Is there a better defender?
And she never gets tired, ever.
No, she doesn't. Neither did her sister.
Yeah.
I don't know if they run off oxygen. Yeah. Here's another turnover for Labette County. Bevins tries to keep it that way.
Okay.
And they call a quick jump ball, and it'll be Labette County basketball.
Yeah, just this is just a great game so far. I feel like we deserve this game no matter what. We really feel like we've outplayed them more than 8 points, but hey, Frontenac hadn't laid down either, and they continue to work and hustle and rotate the girls in too.
29-21 Labette County. A minute left in the third quarter, and Labette County is going to throw it out of bounds off of a missed pick-and-roll opportunity. But what do? Boss and Cantrell high-five each other and get ready to play defense.
It's part of this first game jazz. You just have to figure it out. Those things are going to happen.
Labette County is real close to going up 12, 13 points in this game.
Yeah.
Frontenac needs to do something in the next 50 seconds to a minute of play. A double-team prison trap over here by Cantrell and Bevins, forcing the timeout from Coach Fields. It'll be a 30-second timeout for Frontenac. We'll keep it here. Labette County 29, Frontenac 21. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's Lady Raiders basketball. Both teams have played really hard. I'd say Labette County's maybe just a step or two better, but a really fun matchup with two teams that seem to want to play similarly.
Yeah, similar styles. I see that too. So maybe that's why it's been so entertaining. I mean, it's just been, and I've said this, and I need to keep saying it, the refs are letting this thing kind of play. Sometimes if you call it too ticky-tack, there's never a flow in the game. So this is, this is a good game.
The Raiders throw it in. They need something here. Maybe not before the end of the third, but they can't Labette County go up by 5 or 6 more points. They could be in trouble then. Right wing with it is Franklin. 2-3 zone for Labette. Three-pointer on its way. Hits the rim, goes high in the air like a rainbow, and falls into the basket of Amelia Carnahan. Gets by two Raiders. Make it three. No, it goes out of bounds. Turnover, Labette County.
Seems like I saw Frontenac picking us up there, almost man-to-man. I wonder if he's going to start trying to apply pressure. We'll see. Because no one dropped back after that missed basket.
Point guard is Reese Franklin on this possession for Frontenac. They're a deep team, too. Been playing 10-11 girls tonight. In the corner, Franklin pulls up on the short corner. It's blocked out of bounds. Was that Boss on the block?
I think it was Boss. That was a great hustle.
9 seconds left in the third quarter. Frontenac down by 8. Free throw line with it. Down to 6 seconds. Left wing three-pointer. Up and airballed. Backside board goes to Hutchison, who scored it at the buzzer. Good defense, but when you give up offensive rebounds, it's bound to bite you. 29 Labette County, 23 Frontenac. Well, the Raiders did what I said they had to, unfortunately, I guess, but they're within 6. They have to feel okay about that going into the fourth and final quarter. Back in 1 minute on KLKC.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Frontenac will start with the basketball due to the possession arrow. They just scored, but they'll get the ball anyways. Down by 6, spinning move is no good from Stout. Labette County dodged a good move there.
Boy, that sure was. My turn. Sorry.
Labette County has the basketball, up by 6, 7.5 minutes left in the game. On the floor is Baker, Boss, that's Aubrey. Kinsley out with an injury this year. Amelia Carnahan, Landry O'Brien, and Jaden Davis. Set play goes to Baker, who traveled after kind of fumbling the catch. They call it anyways, Frontenac basketball.
Yeah, so they were in man-to-man that time, so we'll see if they're going to try to see if that doesn't affect us.
Landry O'Brien trying to get the basketball from Frontenac. and nearly did so, and a 10-second violation is called.
See?
Landry O'Brien clenches her fist and eggs on her teammates. She's incredible.
Yeah, and all the girls are playing good. That's why that happened. But, yeah, her leadership showing there, encouraging the kids, and so, yeah, that's a great possession. Now we need to score.
29-23 Labette County, 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Carnahan dribbles into the short corner. Boss back cuts, pulls up, missed it short. Davis backside board, and that's what she does best. She'll clean up the mess.
See, if they're going to go to this man-to-man, they're going to be exposed underneath there because in the zone they can collapse on her. They can't do that man-to-man.
O'Brien may be called for a foul. Looked like a clean strip. She was about to take it home for two. No, they call it on Carnahan, her third personal and the team's second early in the fourth quarter. Oh, just the first team foul in the fourth. My apologies.
Okay, yep.
But Amelia's third personal should be okay. Davis bites on the head fake, and the jump shot is no good from Stout, and Boss comes down with the board and finds Landry O'Brien for the outlet.
Yeah, that was a great rebound. We needed to end that possession.
Good backdoor from Davis. She'll catch the pass and score it high off the glass. Coach Vollmer loved that pass from Landry. The backdoor from Davis, and Frontenac travels. Turnover Raiders. Labette County up 10 with the ball. They've got the mo in Frontenac.
We'll see how long they stay in that man-to-man. He might be shifting back to his zone again here.
33-23 Grizzlies. Carnahan wanted to shoot it but pulled it down. Landry, left side, dangerous pass. Almost making Landry pay was Tinley Sullivan. Bats it out. It'll stay with the Grizzlies, though. Their largest lead of the game, 10, looking to add to it here. Carnahan has it batted out of her possession by Stout. We'll stay here on the left side of the floor. 6 minutes to play. Carnahan in the corner, puts it on the deck. Davis again backside, off the glass, perfect. A 6-0 run for Jaden Davis.
How pretty was that? Drive, dish, score.
Davis tries not to foul, and she doesn't. Labette County up by 12, gets another steal. Frontenac's going to want a timeout here in a second. Long pass to Landry, stays in bounds somehow. Labette County up 12. Davis, how about an 8-0 run? How about an 8-0 run? Labette County up 14. Timeout Frontenac. There you go, baby. 37-23. Lady Grizzlies in front. Jaden Davis, I believe, by herself on an 8-0 run. But what about that offense? Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
Labette County up by 14 points. They've outscored Frontenac 8-0 in the fourth quarter, and Jaden Davis has all 8 points.
I tell you.
You made a good point with that man-to-man switch from Frontenac.
Yeah, and I think they went back to that matchup zone, but yeah, she burned them 3 straight times in man.
Frontenac tries to respond and get themselves back in it. Underneath, they're fighting, they're saving it, but it goes to Landry. She'll clear space, and the good guys have the ball. Walking it calmly up the floor is Landry O'Brien.
Gosh, I've missed basketball. This has been fun.
They go down to Davis. Wants her 10th point of the corner. Unselfish pass to Carnahan for 3. Down and out off the glass. Davis grabs it with one hand and finishes with both. 39-23. Labette County's busted it open.
And you know, I like how we're staying just aggressive. When there's nothing to protect, let's just keep playing how we played.
Jaden Davis reads the pass, bats it out of bounds with 4:48 left in the game. Labette County leads 39-23. Jaden Davis with 10 points in the fourth quarter, 12 on the game, tying Landry O'Brien for leading scorers on the floor, but Landry might say otherwise. Steals it, right-hand layup, good. Boy, I looked down at my paper for 1 second, and Landry O'Brien
quick, man,
stole it and scored.
Yeah, quick, and then the other players are doing such a good job denying. It helps her out too. So.
Right. Timeout Frontenac again, 41-23 Labette County. That happened quickly. 4:30 left in the game. We'll take a 30-second break. It's a full timeout, and then we'll thank some sponsors in a moment on KLKC.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the 4-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
We'd like to thank a few sponsors for allowing our broadcast to take place. That includes Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tank Connection, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services. We'll name the rest here in a moment. Frontenac with the ball, fresh out of a Coach Fields timeout, down by 18. Three-point shot up and missed. Rebound by Baker in the midst of 3 white jerseys. Emery Baker ripped it away.
Yeah, she continues to play hard and work inside. Has just got a ton of rebounds for us.
Landry given room on the left wing, doesn't shoot it. Bevins down to Baker, takes a dribble, turns, shoots high off the glass and misses it. Wanted to get her own miss, but it goes right to Sullivan. Alana Sullivan has the ball for Frontenac.
Yeah, that was a great shot. I'll just keep shooting that every time you get it.
Top of the key, Ella Sullivan on the dribble handoff, defended by Bevins. Frontenac not finding many holes in this Grizzly defense. Sullivan at the top, defended by Bevins. Short corner pull-up is missed. Rebound, good one. Her put back is missed as well. Somehow spun off the rim, no good. Aubrey Boss with the board. And Landry O'Brien has it. Fakes left, goes right. Dribbles with her head up and finds Cantrell. Back to O'Brien. Those two are really close friends, and they love to share the basketball as well. Burning some clock in this game. This will be Labette County's only game without a shot clock this year.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing here. We're obviously doing kind of a stall, but they're making it appear. There we go.
As Aubrey missed a little elbow jumper. Rebound Frontenac. 2:40 to go in the game. Labette County by 18. It was close all the way, let me tell you. And Labette County had about a 2-3 minute burst. Missed by Frontenac. Rebound Labette County. The game was close all along, but it felt like if a team was going to take it away, it was going to be Labette County. You could kind of smell that, and then they finally did. Here's Boss. Good defensive effort underneath from the Raiders. The block and the steal will be credited to Hadley Goodwin, and their pass ahead is batted out by Labette County.
Yeah, she's a nice little player. She's had several good plays both ways.
2 Grizzlies check in. Jaden Davis and Millie Carnahan replace Amory Baker and Aubrey Boss. 2:14 left in this one. Labette County on the verge of starting the season 1-0.
Yeah, more fresh legs in for us, and we just keep the pressure on.
And that pressure results in a turnover. Frontenac tries to get it back. Reese Franklin bats it out of Landry's grasp, but it stays with the Grizzlies here.
That doesn't happen very often. Her head's on a swivel. She always knows who's on the floor and where they're at.
She's a natural basketball player. There's a lot of athletes, but she's a natural basketball player. 41-23, Labette County in front with 2 minutes to play in the game. I'll tell you, Anna Cantrell's came a long way.
Yeah.
Now, she didn't play many minutes, so I don't know where she was, but she's playing really well and played a lot of minutes tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's Davis looking for the backdoor. Carnahan has to dribble kick to Cantrell. Back to Jaden. She has 10 points in this quarter only, 12 on the game. Davis hits the deck on the ball with her rib cage, and they're going to grant Coach Vollmer a timeout before that tie-up. 1:30 left in the contest. Labette County up comfortably. Back in 30 on KLKC.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
$18 points with 90 seconds left in the game. Dad, talk about a few of the reasons why, as it was close all game, if you had to pick a team that was going to go up 20, you'd pick Labette County. Why? You could feel it.
Just that's right. I guess just feel it. I mean, both teams were hustling, but it just seemed like it was noticeable to me that we had the upper edge. Felt like we weren't getting some shots to fall. And then, bam, in 2 minutes, we just really got after it. And they made a mistake going man-to-man. I think we scored 9 points real quick on that. Kind of got our juices flowing.
That was huge. Labette County inbounds it. Millie Carnahan in the corner was open for 15 minutes, but elected to burn clock wisely. Kaylee Eberhardt back in the game for Labette County here. Carnahan will come and get it. I'll tell you, that seems like a senior point guard that's played for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Millie Carnahan has just been poised, mature.
Yeah, wants the ball. Look at her there, just doing whatever she has to do to get her hands on the ball. And
comes from a family of athletes, natural.
Yeah, her dad played for me in the 7th grade. Rob was a great athlete, and Craig played, and so that's a true story.
41-23 Labette County. 1 minute to go in the game. A late substitution here from Coach Fields. They let it go, and Cantrell will trigger in the ball. It's homecoming night again, and I say that because it's really filling in here. A nice crowd here in Frontenac. This boys' game is going to be quick and fun. Davis loses it uncharacteristically, and left to right goes Franklin. She loses it, and I think it went off of Franklin. But they're going to give the 50-50 call to Frontenac.
Yeah, it was. And
coming in is McCoy for Davis for Labette County.
Yeah, and it's so nice to always have a freshman playing for you, and I'm telling you, she'll continue to get stronger and stronger. She's played well tonight, too.
Yeah, she has. 3-point shot up for Frontenac and no good from Franklin. Long rebound tracked down by Eberhardt.
Yes.
She's played well. I mean, the list goes on. There hasn't been one where you're like, first time varsity, we get it. They've all held their own.
Yeah, they just seem loose and confident, so that's the rest will fall into place.
27 seconds left in this game. A good pass read and nearly stolen, or it was rather. And left to right, here's Bland, and she'll miss it. Poked out, and it'll stay with Frontenac with just 18 seconds left in the game.
Well, just one of those turnovers. We haven't had too many tonight, so that's okay.
Keely Good in the game for Labette County, another player that did very well in JV last season, getting some late varsity seconds here tonight with her team up comfortably. Pass goes out of bounds for Frontenac, and Labette County will have held Frontenac scoreless in the 4th quarter.
I did not pick up on that.
I shouldn't have said that. Labette County gets it in with 7 seconds left. Keely Good with the ball, defended closely. 4 seconds left. 2 seconds left. Gives it to Eberhardt. At the logo she stands. Victorious, that is. 41-23. Labette County wins, outscoring Frontenac 14-0 in the 4th and final quarter. played hard the whole game, but there was about a 3-minute stretch where it was defined that they were going to win this sucker. 1-0 is the start for your Lady Grizzlies. Looks like they're putting 15 minutes up there. I'm trying to remember how we did this last year in between games. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and start with a 3-minute break and come back with the girls Bowen Pharmacy postgame show, and then we'll take it from there. 3-minute break on KLKC. Thank you so much, Amanda. Couldn't do any of this without you. That's Amanda, the voice you just heard back at the station, cueing the ads, getting our voice out there for you to hear. Lady Grizzlies start the season 1-0 with a victory here in Frontenac, Kansas. 41-23 was the final score, with Labette County winning the fourth quarter by a margin of 12-0. Labette County, it felt like, was going to be the team that might pull through, or if a team was going to go up 15, it was going to be Labette County compared to Frontenac. You could just kind of feel that Labette County was a step ahead this early in the season than a good Frontenac team that is going to be tough to beat here in a couple months. But it was close all game. But there was a 2 or 3 minute stretch that really determined the outcome of this game. It was late third quarter and about the first couple of minutes of the fourth quarter where Jaden Davis went on an 8-0 run by her lonesome and really punched the Labette County lead out of reach for Frontenac. Jaden Davis finished with 12 points for Labette County. Landry O'Brien finished with 14, and a few other scores were Maddie Bevins with 5, Aubrey Boss with 3, Amelia Carnahan with 2, but she did so much more, as did all these girls, really. Amory Baker with 2, Anna Cantrell with 1, and Kaylin McCoy with 2. For Frontenac, their leading scorer had 8 points. That was Kaiser. Hutchison and McGowan both had 4. Stout had 2. Franklin had 3. And Hadley Goodwin had 2. 41-23 Labette County, your final score, and the box totals look like this. First quarter, Labette County 11, Frontenac 10. Second quarter, Labette County 8, Frontenac 4. Third quarter, Labette County 10, Frontenac 9. And the fourth quarter, Labette County 12, Frontenac 0. Again, your final score, Lady Grizzlies 41, Lady Frontenac Raiders 23. A 1-0 start for our Lady Grizzlies. Always a good place to start, but I know that's just how they're viewing it, a place to start. They want to improve dramatically. They want to not even recognize this team here come February, but you won the game that was put in front of you, and you played okay while doing it.
Oh, I'd say, yeah. And Balmer, she'll keep them grounded. I mean, they'll be right at it tomorrow or Monday. And so and I think we turn right around and play on Tuesday.
Circle tournament.
Okay, that's right. So that kicks off. So, yeah, we're going to jump right in feet first here for the next few weeks before we get a little break. So hopefully our boys, I'm kind of buzzed up here now after that game. Hopefully this game has the same energy and the same outcome. So just a good setting here at Frontenac right now.
Yeah, it's just fun. I know that's a whole nother little conversation or whatever, but it's just more fun to drive up here just north of Pittsburgh, about 30 seconds, and play Frontenac. Team that's close, a team that you know, two communities that are much more closer, familiar with each other. This has been fun. And it sure was for that ladies game, and we hope the men's game is the same. Again, that was your Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Labette County Lady Grizzly basketball. They win 41-23. And I know how we did last year. Coach Vollmer would come up during halftime of the boys game, and we will look to do the same tonight. We'll step aside for 1 minute to separate the two productions and come back with our Tank Connection pregame show for the boys contest. 1 minute break on KLKC. Welcome back, Grizzly fans, and we'll keep it as the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show, as we are honored to be joined by the victorious head coach of those Lady Grizzlies for the first game of the season, Brianna Vollmer. Coach, thanks for coming up. 41-23, the final score. Your team comes out in front. It wasn't an 18-point game the whole game, but
no.
It was the first game of the year. I'll let you open your mouth without me asking a question. Go
yeah,
for it.
It's first game of the year. The first half was night and day difference from the second half. We just were really, really tight, and we're trying to do everything on our own. And, we're trying. I think I challenged this team the last 3 weeks of, who are we? Are you going to play hard? And that's us trying to play hard. And we just have to figure out how to settle down a little bit. And we did that in the second half, and we found each other, and it was team basketball. First half was a little bit selfish, but you're going to have that. We don't know who we are. We don't know what our identity is right now, and we're trying to find our footing, and we're trying to impress Coach Palmer. And, it's the first game of the season, so we'll take a win. We settled down. The second half is what you're going to see us coach to be throughout the season, and we're going to continue to build on that.
What stood out to you, Coach, of that batch of players that did so well in JV last year, now get to kind of fill in different soles of shoes this year in the varsity squad? Millie Carnahan, Maddie Bevins, Emery Baker. I know I'm missing a couple. Just playing bigger roles.
Yeah, no, and Anna and Jaden. Our JV team is extremely successful, and you see a veteran group that is extremely unselfish, and they play team basketball. They fit right in and they plug into everything that we're doing, and we stress that from the top level for the bottom level, that you need to be ready to go. And if that's your time right now, great. And if it's next year, awesome. You're ready to step in and you're ready to fill shoes. And I think that what the definition of what this group has done is that they've waited for their time, and now their time is here, and they've stepped on, and they're just excited to be out here. They're excited to play. They're excited to be part of something bigger than themselves, and they're the definition of role players. And the exciting thing about this group is that one night it might be this kid, and one night it might be that kid, and you just never know. And they play so hard that they're excited for each other when that happens, and they're great teammates, and we're going to continue to push that because life's tough sometimes, and they need that. They need a tribe, and this team is going to be that for them. So we're going to continue to grow through that, but you're seeing a veteran group of JV kids step on the varsity floor. That's perfectly said. How does Landry O'Brien help make this wheel go round a little bit for your team? Landry makes her wheel go round. Landry's extremely athletic. Landry is explosive. She brings a ton of offensive firepower. She brings deflection. She brings athleticism to the table. She's a veteran basketball player. She's played a ton of basketball in her life. She's a gym rat. She's seen success on the track and field. She's seen success in cross country. She made herself a little bit tougher by running cross country this year, and so we're going to build on Landry. Landry gets wound up. I think everybody's seen that tonight. But when Landry settles down, she's a really, really good basketball player with a great basketball IQ, and she's a great kid with a good heart, and we're going to continue to build around her and with her. And I just think she creates opportunities. So at the end of the ball game, she just drug 2 or 3 kids out here to the corner and said, hey, teammates, let's go win this, Wow. And so that's Landry. She's going to continue to find her stride and find her role in this team, and be excited for her teammates as well. Circle tournament next week. Fun 7 days, 3 games to learn something about yourself, look in the mirror, and get better, and hopefully win some games while doing so. Yeah, absolutely. This is a great tournament. It's a fantastic facilities that we go play in. Long tournament. So we're going to go. We get to play at home, open up at home on Tuesday, and then we go all the way to Mulvane, and they're always a tough team. And then, it's a tough tournament. So we're going to be ready for that challenge early in the season and take it one day at a time. Nice win tonight, Coach. Thanks for coming up, as always. Thanks, guys. Be safe. Oh, I want to give a shout-out to my sister. She's in Kansas City at Children's Mercy. Hi, Erica. Hi, baby Jade. Oh, man, that's a nice shout-out for you. Yeah. Hope all is well there. And, hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Coach. 41-23 was the final score there in that girls contest. 2:20 until the start of the boys game. We'll go ahead and waltz our way in to the pregame show for the boys contest as the Grizzly men are down there warming up to my right, and the home team, the Frontenac Raiders, just made their way onto the hardwood down here to my left. I walked in the gym for one practice this offseason for the Labette County boys team, and I noticed one thing within the first 2 seconds of being there. Fast. This team wants to get up and down and get after it. This team really, as we have a limited pregame show for the boys, you lose Hudson Baker, you lose Xavier Phillips, 2 really good players. Don't really have a 5-man. We just don't have one, and that's okay. We're going to play quick, I think.
Yeah, this bunch, I agree with that. you know, we've got some athletic kids out there, some quick kids, and yeah, Coach Argerbright, I think that's his style anyway. I know when he was an athlete, he liked to get up and go, and so, yeah, I look for this group to kick it out and push it, and like I said, just a little different style, a little different way to play.
Just 60 seconds until national anthem starters and then tip-off here in Frontenac. This is a fun contest as well. A lot of non-con games are like this. You never really know what you're going to get. You know, you think you know the other team's strengths and weaknesses, and then sometimes that can, you know, some things come as a surprise. So it's kind of a fun game to learn a little bit about yourself and kind of go up against an opponent that I would like to think is probably somewhat similar to us. Maybe not sure what their identity is. I know they lost a couple of their better players from last year, so this should be a really good matchup, just like that last game. So stay tuned for all 4 quarters of this, and the national anthem will be starting here in just a moment. Is just giving the eye test to both these teams. They look similar, they walk similar, they warmed up similar. So this should be a fun, festive game here, and we're going to see a lot of new faces for our Grizzlies, just like in that girls' contest. We're going to step aside for 2 minutes for the playing of the national anthem. Starters being rattled off by the PA announcer before us. Starters are in. First for the home team, the Frontenac Raiders in those white uniforms, both tops and bottoms, and black numbers and Raiders across the chest. For Frontenac, number 0 is 6'3" sophomore Brogan Smith. Number 1, a 5'11" senior Vinnie Collier. Number 3 is 6'3" senior Caden Gatewood O'Bray. Number 13 is 6'4" senior Jaden Houghton. Number 34 is 6'4" junior Jake Wegner. For Labette County, it's going to be number 4, a 5'8" junior guard Kagan Bates. Number 5, a 6'1" sophomore shooting guard Nolan Nash. Number 21, a 6'3" senior power forward Dylan Johnson. Number 23, a 5'11" senior Briggs Knight. And number 24, a 6'2" junior shooting guard Barrett Heston. Frontenac's got some length. That's the first thing I see as they get set on their respective areas. Labette County pretty guard heavy. Frontenac forward heavy. Those are some lanky fellas.
Yeah, appears to be some athletic kids out there, so this will be an interesting matchup. Both squads will probably have some different strengths, so hey, we'll see this kind of stuff all year long, so let's just find out where we're at.
Barrett Heston's going to jump, and he's going to go toe-to-toe with Jaden Houghton. Boys season is underway. Won by Houghton. Long pass goes underneath for Frontenac. Shoots an awkward shot that misses it. That was an interesting start from O'Bray. They miss it. Labette County left to right.
Yeah, that was obviously a setup play off the jump, so they about pulled it off, but we defended well.
Heston, right wing, wants a three to start the year and finds the bottom of the nylon with a capital N. Labette County leads 3-0.
That'll stretch that defense out. You pop a couple of those early.
Good active hands on the perimeter from Kagan Bates. Energy, quickness, and evidently shooting is what we're noticing early from this Grizzly squad.
Yeah, Kagan's always been quick and athletic, quick hands, so that's his MO.
Frontenac goes inside, leverages their length, and Smith scores overnight.
That was just a good feed inside, a good spin. He's an athletic kid, obviously, so 2 points.
3-2 Labette County. Nash jump stop Heston. How about two? Missed it left. Johnson avoids the over the back, and it'll be Frontenac basketball.
Hey, giving Barrett another good look. He'll make a good percentage of those tonight if he gets them.
Ryan Barcelona, head coach for Frontenac Raiders men's team. And for Labette County, Bradley Argebright, Briggs Knight with a good defensive effort and then loses it out of bounds. Equal turnover, and it'll wash and be Frontenac ball.
That was a fine defensive play by Briggs right there. So a really good hustle, good position.
Labette County matches up. Near travel from Collier. He keeps the pivot foot down, though. Labette County finds their men again. Dump underneath, and they score underneath again. Wegner this time, score.
Got good position on us a couple times, so we're just going to have to tighten that up.
4-3, Frontenac in front with 2 buckets right under the nose of the rim. Briggs Knight pressured tight by O'Bray. Knight gives it up to Heston, who stands calmly, defended by Houghton. He'll try to back him down, shoot a tough fader that missed left, but man, Barrett's got a mature body to him this season. Here's a cut for Bates, left block, ball's on the deck, picked up by Frontenac. They're out and running. O'Bray up ahead, lays it in with the right hand, and they go up 6-3.
So far they've had super high percentage shots, just a layup and a couple of dunks downside. So again, we're just going to have to tighten up our defense down low.
Frontenac starts 6-3, 6-3, 5-11, 6-4, and 6-4 as Labette County throws one away again.
A little tight, a little quick right there. I think we'll settle in. We just need to get a good stop. That'll help us.
Three-pointer up and short. The roof would have come off of this place. It was put up by Collier. Rebound tipped out by Nash, and he'll stand there and stare at the official for about 3 seconds. He probably won't ever say anything to a ref, but he might look at one.
He knows where to draw the line for sure.
Fairly quiet kid off the court as well. Collier with a pretty spin, and he'll score it. 4 different scores for Frontenac, who leads 8-3.
Yeah, that was nice. You have to give credit where credit's due. That was a pretty play.
Briggs Knight crosses up his defender, shoots a touch floater that falls. Nice to see Briggs Knight really get a true opportunity this year to pull off a move like that.
Yes, that was nice. Then applies good pressure, and we get a turnover. So let's get us some buckets now.
Briggs Knight transferred from Cherryvale 2 years ago. He was with us last year, and happy to have him back this season, of course.
Yeah, he's a good young man. Good athlete, but a good person. Great
Nash
to have him.
Pulls up and missed it. Tear dropped off the front of the rim. How about Dylan Johnson with an extra ounce of effort to keep his team the ball? Nash finds Heston for the tie at the top of the key. Down and out. That would have counted at an arcade. Didn't go in for Heston. 1 for 3 from beyond the arc, and a foul on the rebound going the other way on Kagan Bates. First foul of the game.
I think it was just kind of a loose ball, and everyone was going for it, but the ref saw a foul, and so that's what got called.
Carson Lamb checks in for Briggs Knight. Played a couple pickup games with Carson Lamb, and he can shoot it, and he can defend the lights out of the place.
That's what we like to hear.
as he picks up the ball handler Smith here. Here's a pass inside. Loose with it is Frontenac, intercepted. Heston quick up ahead. Missed the lay-in, little out of control. Bates putback is good. Man, Barrett Heston has a different feel to him. Next level.
Different gear. I have not seen that, but I love to see that.
8-7. Labette County's kind of endured the home team run to open the game. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Heston picks up the ball handler, Houghton, who puts his butt to him, shoots a toughie that misses. That's got to be a foul, and it is. Man, Labette County doing the little things right.
We are, and defending well. I think Barrett had a good defense there, and then good position, and yeah, it feels like we're kind of settling in and have weathered that little run early.
Substitution for Frontenac. Julius Courtney checks into the ball game for Jake Wegner, who just picked up his first foul of the contest. Carson Lamb touches it for the second time tonight, and a foul on the dribble handoff. Nolan Nash is fouled by Vinny Collier.
That was a good call there. The Frontenac bench and coaches have done what they should do and tried to encourage the ref to make the other call, but they stuck to what was right.
Kagan Bates breaks the timeline. Kagan, a junior this year, averaged just 4 points per game a season ago. Here's Heston, set play for three, missed it short, rebounded by Courtney, who just checked in. Long pass up ahead goes to Houghton. He'll turn, fire, tipped out. It'll stay with Frontenac.
Yeah, good recovery there, good hustle. And hey, you know, Barrett's confident. He's catching the ball. If he's got a shot, he's taking it. So, yeah, that's exactly what he needs to do all year long.
Tucker Rush checking in for Labette County, a 6'3 center who has worked on his game. Coach Vollmer likes to call people like that gym rats that live in a gym.
Yes.
Tucker Rush lives in a gym. He can shoot it. He can shoot it from deep, I'm telling you. So we'll see what he does tonight. Good player. Carson Lamb defends Collier well. Left-hand floater is missed by Collier, and it goes underneath right back to Frontenac. A three-pointer's good. O'Bray on the three.
What do you say? Got a rebound, kicked it out, he made the basket. Just next play.
Gatewood O'Bray with 5 points for his team that leads by 4 now. Bates dribble kicks to Lamb inside. Nash dribbles. Nice pull up for Nolan, and it's good. That was pretty.
That was good ball movement. Kicked the ball around quite a bit, and everyone touched it, and got a nice low floater shot there.
This is the Labette County team that went 2-18 a season ago. Hard to believe with the talent that team had. This team looking to right the ship under Coach Argerbright this season. 11-9, Labette County trails. 2:30 to go in the first quarter here in Frontenac. Fouls have not been part of the conversation. Been a good, clean opening to this game. Corner kick. Courtney for three. Missed it left. Heston, good strong board. Barrett flings it up ahead to Bates. Looking to tie here. Jump stop. Heston, how about a lead? Short, died off the rim. Tucker Rush fighting, and it worked. Here's Nash right wing. Gets by his man. Double teamed, and it's stolen. Frontenac right to left. Collier, Heston, layup, missed. Barrett Heston posed a good enough threat, and a foul going the other way on Collier.
Barrett played that perfect. He wasn't in good position to draw charge. He didn't lean in and get a block called. He just disrupted that guy's flow, and he got the rebound. It was really well defended.
That is 2 fouls on their starting guard, Vinny Collier.
Could be a problem. And
he'll check out. Right back in goes Jake Wegner, who has 1 personal. 11-9, Labette County trails. Minute 50 first quarter. Bates double teamed after he beat Courtney. Now he'll lean into a floater that's high off the glass and good, and we are knotted at 11.
He's not the least bit intimidated to go in there with the trees and take it to him. I've always loved that about him.
Plays safety in football, makes game-saving
he's awesome.
blow-ups and all things like that. Never has been intimidated. As here's Bates, speaking of which, gets a pickpocket, left to right rather, and he's fouled going up, and Bates will shoot 2.
That's absolutely perfect. Blocked his body up, kind of turned and angled to the back so he could get the ball out high and away, and drew that foul.
Foul on Gatewood O'Bray, the team's fourth. One more, and Labette County is shooting 2 free throws. That's the first on Gatewood O'Bray.
I'm sensing a little frustration with Frontenac. I think they think they're more athletic and should be ahead of us, and we're really, really getting under their skin.
Pesky. A few subs for Coach Argabright. Checking in is Knight, Carson Blake, and Dylan Johnson. The other 2 Grizzlies are Bates and Barrett Heston.
Got some really good minutes there out of those boys. Tucker and Carson really came in and gave us some good minutes.
Bates goes empty at the line, and we stay tied at 11 with 1:20 left in the first quarter. Frontenac with it, wants to get back that lead they had moments ago. 3-point shot for O'Bray, misses it. He's got a pretty stroke though. Rebounded by Blake. Carson Blake left to right, lost it off his knee, tries to save it and can't quite do it, and a blow-up foul is going to probably be called on Dylan Johnson. It is. We hope Dylan's okay. I was thinking it might be the Raider that he ran into was hurt, but Dylan's shaking a little, but he seems to be okay, thankfully.
You know, that's a tough call. It is what it is, but 2 players going for the ball that collide, it's just part of the game, but I guess it's a foul. So
yeah. As Carson Blake just checked in and had a loose ball fall right to him. He only played in 4 games last year, so it was just a tough spot for him. Here's Heston on a steal left to right, and his layup, the whistle came before the shot. On the floor. That was interesting. So foul on the floor, but man, Labette County picking pockets.
And of course, Argerbright's an awesome coach too, but he's doing a lot like Vollmer did. We're really rotating 2, 3, 4 extra players off the bench. Some young kids that are stepping up. I see it already.
As they, it's going to be 2 free throws for Barrett Heston, and the first is good.
We've seen him shoot a few thousand shots out in the front yard before.
Yes.
The last 10 years.
Yes, we have. Neighbors with the Hestons. As it is 2 shots because that was the 5th team foul on Frontenac, which grants 2 free throws since last year. Rule change. Heston makes them both. He's got 5 points. Leads all scorers along with O'Bray for Frontenac. That was off his knee. It looked like it was off Smith's knee, but they keep it here with Frontenac.
Couldn't tell for sure. It was a good hustle.
Broke character there for a second, but I'm back. 13-11, Labette County takes the lead. Now let's see how Frontenac responds. They've been sloppy. Here's a 3 up and missed. Heaved by Smith, and Labette County's got numbers. Nash is going to lay it in.
He can get so high.
Man, we're
got
quick.
Some ups. We are.
Labette County's bench egging on a defensive stand. Up by 4. Here's a backdoor beat and put down by Smith.
As well played.
15-13. Frontenac nearly gets a steal, and they're going to give it to the home team.
You know, maybe.
As it went out of bounds off of Labette County.
Next play, fellas. We have to square up here and play. If that's a bad call, it's over. So let's close out this quarter.
13 seconds left in the quarter.
Like
Frontenac throws it away.
Just
it's
like
off
that.
of him, out of bounds. Nolan Nash and Briggs Knight turn around and emphatically cheer on their bench.
Just like that. Now let's score right at the buzzer.
Oh, wow. Late substitution here from Coach Barcelona. They grant it. Courtney comes in for Collier, who has 2 personal fouls. 11 seconds. Johnson, unguarded 3. Bingo! Dylan Johnson buries it. Labette County by 5. 3 seconds first quarter. Here's Smith at the buzzer. They get it off. It's a 3. No good. And Labette County leads 18-13 at the end of 1.
Boy, Briggs Knight is fired up. The whole team is, but I really like seeing him charge like that.
What a fun vibe from the first 8 minutes of the 24-25 squad. Back in 1 minute, it's a good one on KLKC.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Our cheerleaders want to give them a shout out. They just did a wonderful routine. And hey, those girls practice every day too. You get to school at 7 o'clock and they've been there 30 minutes. So we have a great group of girls. So wanted to mention that.
Yeah, glad you shouted that out. As all those units, you know, dance team, all that for home games, do dance routines. A lot of work they put in for sure.
Yeah,
here's Nolan Nash with a really pretty move, hovered in the air for about 3 seconds and laid one in with his right hand.
He's like a deer. I mean, he can get up. It's quick.
This Labette County team is turned up, and Frontenac doesn't know what to do about it.
Not.
Kagan Bates just got another steal layup, no good, but he's shooting two.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, Frontenac right now, they really better get themselves together because, well, don't want them to, but I'm telling you, I see us really, really putting it on them. Now their coach is kind of losing his cool a little bit, so.
I think they called it on Collier. That's his third. That is Vinny Collier's third, their starting point guard.
Surely they'll put him down till second half.
You'd think. They're leaving him in. First free throw's good from Bates here. Labette County up by 8 now.
That is really gutsy.
Bates second, good as well. Looked a little bit calmer on that set of free throws than his first set, which he missed both of. Smith with the ball, defended by Briggs Knight. Now at the top of the key is Houghton at the logo, defended by Heston, who's been really good on both ends. Labette County tries to get another steal. They do. Up ahead, Bates. Left-hand layup.
Wow.
Good.
Wow. Wow.
Timeout Frontenac.
I'm loving what I'm seeing here.
The Grizzly bench runs out to the middle of the floor to greet their defensive unit that is everywhere. Labette County by 11. 30-second break on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the house gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCRadio.com.
Labette County leads Frontenac 24-13 with 7 minutes to go in the first half here in Frontenac. Labette County defensively has been tremendous. As I was about to guess, they're probably going to start calling a couple fouls on us on the perimeter. We're pretty juiced up, and Frontenac's been upset about some whistles, so they're probably going to throw a couple our way here in a minute, which is okay.
Briggs has that number 0 figured out. He doesn't want to dribble left-handed, and Briggs is making him.
Hook shot up and short from Houghton. Rebound Labette County. Heston has his pocket picked, and right to left comes O'Bray. He'll slow things down a little bit and reverse course with his teammates. Labette County's pressure defensively beyond the perimeter has been everywhere. Collier for 3, good.
I see why their coach wants him out here. He's going to have to play so cautious. He won't be much help defensively, but he's their best player.
24-16, Labette County up by 8. 6:20 to go in the second quarter. Bates, right wing. Frontenac in his zone. Briggs is left open. Briggs missed it, but it went down all about it and then fell out somehow.
Yep, it's a great shot. Shoot it again next time you get it.
O'Bray for three, misses badly. Rebound Dylan Johnson, outlet to Nash. This Labette County team does want to play quickly. Heston, right wing, uncontested three. Good!
Yes.
His second of the night, he's got 8 points. Labette County leads 11. Collier for three, missed it strong. Rebound does fall into the hands of Houghton. Collier again for three off the skip. No good, rebound Nolan Nash. Dribbling with his head up, wearing a left compression sleeve around his left calf. Finds Bates, backdoor pass to Johnson, off the glass, good! That's like one of those lob plays you see at the college level.
He's having so much fun, you know, and then you relax and things go your way and play comes easy. It's just, they're in a good headspace right now. This is a lot of fun.
And Bates just poked it out of Frontenac's possession, and Coach Argerbright just called the 30-second timeout. Wow. We will keep it here and thank some sponsors. We'll start where we left off during our girls' game. Community National Bank, Vollmer Cement Finishing, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Olson Ace Hardware, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier, and Meister. And remind you to stay tuned for our Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. I know we're playing Frontenac, and maybe not to discredit Frontenac, but typically the last few years we've played Bonner, maybe a bigger school, whatnot. But what I've noticed in years past, we would maybe get down 13-2 or 8-2 and really find ourselves down at halftime. This year's team came back and didn't just come back from that early punch. They're up 13.
Yeah, it's they're just doing everything right, defending well, and so, you know, fundamentals.
Barrett Heston's going to be called for a foul, and 2 free throws for Jake Wegner is pending here. Carson Blake about to check in after this free throw from Wegner. Wegner's first free throw is no good, off the heel of the rim, and here comes Carson Blake for Kagan Bates. That was just the first personal foul on Barrett Heston and the second as a team on Labette County in this quarter.
Yeah, that's a good sub there. I think Kagan needs a blow here.
The second for Wegner, no good as well. Frontenac's going to get this rebound. That hurts. Back right side, here's Bray, gets by his man, picks up his dribble. Wegner wants to make up for those 2 missed free throws. No travel call. He misses the layup, and Heston skies for the board.
Yeah,
Tucker
done a great job of getting position, I've noticed. He's everywhere he needs to be.
Tucker Rush back in as well. Carson Lamb for 3, misses it. Long rebound goes to Blake, hits the deck, pitches it behind his head to Nash. Good awareness from Blake. Nash on the drive, lost it, puts it up and scores. There's a couple athletes getting after it.
Yeah, he makes it look easy. Just so smooth.
Labette County 31, Frontenac 16, as Carson Blake's going to be called for a reach-in foul here. His first and the team's third of the second quarter. 4:30 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, Carson's hustling and working hard. And just anytime your arm pokes like that, a lot of times he'll call it just because.
Frontenac throws it in and maybe out of bounds. Wow. Threw it out of bounds. Turnover Frontenac.
Yeah, they're really pressing right now. We just need to keep doing what we're doing. Frontenac's really imploding a little bit.
Nolan Nash one-on-one with O'Bray here. Takes it, pulls up, off the glass, missed it, tipped about. Tucker Rush can't quite grab it. Tucker, one of the taller players on the team with Dylan Johnson at 6'3". Collier, good defense by Carson Lamb. Putting it on the deck is Wegner in traffic, scores it. That was a nice play by Jake Wegner.
Yeah, that was well done. I mean, we defended fine. That was a good, strong play.
31-18 your score. Labette County in front. 4 minutes, second quarter. Almost a packed house here in Frontenac on their winter homecoming night. Carson Lamb in the corner, right in front of Coach Barcelona's squad.
Well, Tucker Rush is a big, strong kid. He is working down there.
Here's Heston. Good backdoor from Blake, and he lays it in. That is, man, I mean, that is just a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, catch him overplaying, boom, you go backdoor.
Three-pointer from Courtney, no good. Rebounded by O'Bray. He's doubled, he's trapped. It's nearly stolen by Lamb, and it goes off of Carson's leg out of bounds. Two Grizzlies check in. Briggs Knight, Kagan Bates, left, right. They just keep coming at you.
Yeah, seeing some young kids with some energy out there and confidence. This is good to see.
33-18 is your score. In the game now for Frontenac is Luke Sneed, just checked in and had the ball. Now he finds Collier, their starting point guard, who has 3 personal fouls. Misses a three-pointer here. Bates got one from in between 2 Raiders and threw it behind the back to Lamb. Nash to finish everything. Airballed it. Man, that would have been fun, but it'll be Frontenac ball. Kagan Bates risked taking a collision right there, but he didn't care.
He is a buzz bomb. He just goes into a scorched earth situation and somehow comes out the other side.
Like, I would have said, nope, you can have it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get concussed. He does it. It's impressive. Labette County by 15, 3 minutes till half, playing some defense here. Pick and roll here, Bates read it again, and it went off the fingertips of Houghton. Man, Kagan Bates, his awareness is so good as he gets a high five from Coach Argerbright.
Yeah, he's and he's another one of those athletes who just has such a high IQ. He just knows where to be. He anticipates. It's awesome to watch.
2:50 to go. Labette County, you'd like them to score a few more times. You have to imagine Frontenac might do something before half. Tucker Rush misses a little jumper, and here comes O'Bray, right to left, taking a charge is Johnson, and they call it. Listen to Grizzly Nation.
I saw that coming, and he did the right thing, and that just adds more and more frustration. When a charge is a huge changer like that or whatever, just they think they might get a layup, and then boom, it's a foul.
You coached my 5th grade team. You were the assistant coach, and you said you'd buy a steak dinner for whoever takes a charge. You loved them.
I don't know. It's just a great equalizer, you know.
I never got my steak dinner. I took 2 charges that game. I have no idea. Here's Bates driving in the paint, pulls up from the free throw line, leans into a floater that falls. It might not be pretty. It might not be a spin move layup. That's just a good, smart play.
Yeah, 100%.
Foul for Labette County here. I think Carson Lamb.
Yeah, it's a little light, but okay. He's just working hard, man. They all are.
Labette County leads by 17 with 2 minutes to go till half. Rush and Lamb both have a seat. Rotated 8 guys nonstop. Inbounds pass might be picked, but the lengthy O'Bray comes up with it. Finds his teammate in the corner that misses the 3. Almost having it was Mirando. Here's Nash into the paint. Bates fakes the reversal, drives, and a foul on O'Bray. Man, they are just gnashing their teeth. Frontenac, I think you're right. They think they're quite a bit better than us, you know, maybe taller, maybe stronger. They're pretty mad.
Yeah, just you can just tell just any little thing doesn't go their way. They're pressing so hard, and we've put them in that situation. So I credit us in our play.
Nash open in the corner, elects to drive, adjust, Johnson to clean up, scores it. Labette County by 19.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's the way to stay patient and stay where you need to be and get the rebound and go right up with it.
37-18, a near carry. Here's a pass to Wegner, and they're going to call a charge again. They're going to call a charge again. Wow. Smiles, laughs, claps, fist pumps, everything from Grizzly Nation right now.
Now you got their coach kind of getting in the ref's face. It's just they almost need halftime just to see if they can't just decompress. Otherwise, we're going to run away with this thing if we keep this up, which I hope we do.
90 seconds until half. Labette County up 19. They've come in here and just blown up everything Frontenac had in mind for the first 16 minutes of this game. Kagan Bates toying with his defender, Miranda, well beyond the arc. Labette County taking advantage of no shot clock tonight, burning clock, near a minute now. In fact, we have just surpassed 1 minute until halftime. Bates still with it.
He knows.
Argerbright says, keep going, Kagan, and he's working Miranda hard. Here's a double team. Bates picked his dribble up and find Heston right wing. Here's Knight at the free throw line, down to 43 seconds. If they hold for one, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, this is hard to do.
It is. Bates right wing, right in front of Coach Vars. Here's Knight at the logo at midcourt. This crowd's been silent for all 16 minutes. Listen to the Grizzly bench cheer on their offense.
Kagan knows what he's doing. He sees the ref count, he penetrates and backs out, and then he knows he's got a fresh five. Fresh five.
20 seconds until half. Labette County's had this ball since a minute 15. Up by 15. Or no, 19, I'm sorry. Here's Bates. He'll drive now. Fake to the corner. Shoot and score! Shoot and score! Circus act. Kagan Bates does it again.
Wait,
Frontenac dribbles off their foot. A near carry, and they're going to call a double dribble with 0.6 seconds on the clock. Kagan Bates has been unbelievable.
I think we make this.
Kagan has 12 points this half.
I mean, 0.6, but right now I feel like whatever we do, it's going in, or they foul us. Something good happens.
Or it'll be close.
Averaged 4 points a game a year ago and has 12 this half. With half a second left, it's caught by Knight. He heaves it from half court.
Oh, from here.
From here, it looked good.
It did.
Everything felt good that first half, but hey, long ways to go.
Yes.
But goodness.
Argerbright's pumped, man.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. 39-18, Labette County leads by 21 at half on the road at Frontenac. We'll be back. I do have to take a break myself. Let's take a 4-minute break if we can, Amanda. That's longer than I'll usually go. And we'll be back with the Eye Care Associates halftime show on KLKC. Welcome back, Grizzly fans. Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show here from Frontenac. They just had the homecoming ceremony wrapped up. We had perfect timing of our break there, as now that 10-minute clock that they have up there will shortly begin to run, and we are perfectly on pace for our broadcast. Labette County leads Frontenac 39-18 at halftime. Certainly a situation that we did not find ourselves in once last year. I know 21 can be a lot. I don't know if we were up 15 at halftime once last year. Not to play the comparison game. We won't try to do that much this year. But the point being, quicker, faster, floor was stretched. Frontenac went up, I think, maybe 8-2 to start the game, 8-4, somewhere in there. And I know that's not a lot, but the way it flowed, you thought, man, this team's good. They're tall, they're fast. And while they still very well might get back in it, Dad, Labette County responded emphatically.
I tell you, that was as impressive as a half I've seen our boys play in quite a while. Gosh, I say energy, just the enthusiasm, everyone played their role, played together, defend. I mean, it was complete. I don't know of any gaps or any holes. And the kids that came off the bench stepped right in, and with the expectation of staying intense. And I mean, that was another fun half. It's been a great evening, so we'll just plan on closing this second half out.
That's certainly what's going to have to take place. You know, if you're Frontenac, you're thinking, man, that's a steep hill to climb. But sometimes if you're the team that's winning, you have a tendency to, as a fan, think a little maybe pessimistically and think, oh, they're going to make a push. They'll get back in it. But if you're Labette County, you don't go into it with that mentality. You think, okay, if we have the ball to start the half, let's try to score. If we don't, let's try to keep them from scoring. And then let's do that again and again every possession. Just play-by-play mentality. That's the thing with Coach Argabright coached teams. Very rarely is a mental state going to be a hazardous trap.
Yeah, I've seen that. And and honestly, if for some reason Frontenac pushes us and makes this kind of a game and we're forced to win it late, that's the kind of stuff that molds you going forward.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd love to win every game by 20, 25, but we need to win some games being stressed and pushed and have to fight back and overcome adversity. So, you know, if that happens, that's okay.
Yeah.
So, be good for this young team.
This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show of Labette County Grizzly basketball. Again, Labette County leads 39-18 here at Frontenac, and here are some halftime stats for you. For Labette County, 6 different scores. Leading the way was Kagan Bates with 12, Nolan Nash with 8, Barrett Heston with 8, Dylan Johnson with 7. That's a healthy grouping.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Blake had 2, and Briggs Knight had 2. For Frontenac, they had 2 guys score 5 points, O'Bray and Collier, and 2 players score 4 points, Smith and Wegner. In the second quarter, or let's start with the first quarter rather, Labette County outscored Frontenac 18-13 at the end of one. And in the second quarter, Labette County outscored Frontenac 21-5.
Okay, goodness.
That was a big second quarter.
That's a big second quarter. Yeah, and that's, and you know, really, their best player, excuse me, still has 3 fouls, so he picks one up early here in the third quarter. You know, they're just, we're in a good spot, so we just need to continue playing loose and having fun, really. It seems like that's what they've done. They've just enjoyed playing basketball, and then all the X's and O's just fell into place.
And the way that the bench continued to inject energy into the team, you know, I mean, even after a couple fouls or turnovers, they still knew they were that close to making the play rather than the foul or the turnover.
Right.
And so they would just in turn manifest that into a ball of energy that then next time would result in a turnover or a steal.
Yeah.
It was a fun cycle to just watch happen.
Yeah, it's It'd be fun to maintain or regain that that state we played in that first half. That was a real magic half of basketball for everybody.
I'm sure the message in the locker room from Coach Argerbright was not one of satisfaction or complacency, but rather one of, let's do that again. Let's, maybe even some adjustments. Who knows? I just know that he's not content with what happened. He's going to want to get better and beat them by double that if they can. So, again, your halftime score, Labette County 39, Frontenac 18. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show of Labette County Grizzly basketball. We'll be back with more in 2 minutes on KLKC. Welcome back, Grizzly fans. We're live from Frontenac, Kansas, here inside Frontenac High School's gymnasium, where your Labette County Grizzlies put on a really impressive first half performance. 39-18 is your halftime score. You don't see a lot of teams do this. Labette County's almost out here practicing. Like, you can maybe hear them, the shoes squeaking and Coach Argerbright yelling. They're running what's, I believe, called shell drill, which is kind of a defensive drill, but also offensive ball movement drill. A lot of the times teams just come out, shoot, routine-driven.
Yeah.
They're basically running a practice drill right now with their head coach out there.
Yeah. It's I don't remember that in the past, but I don't know. It seems like a good way to kind of get yourself back in a game flow feel, rather than just shooting a bunch of threes. So
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Minute and a half until the second half is underway. Labette County up by 21, but not satisfied at all, because that team to my right, that's Frontenac, is going to probably come out with a little bit of fire lit into them. I can only imagine, as Coach Barcelona got more and more unhappy as that game went on, both probably with his team and in turn with some officiating, which I thought was fine. I mean, the officiating didn't make up half the difference that the score is, in my opinion anyways. But, I mean, they're going to come out with some fire. Labette County knows that, but so are we. So I expect it to be fun, and Labette County to hopefully control this game throughout the second half.
Yeah, I think so. The first 2 or 3 minutes is real important.
Yeah.
Because there is a psychology to it. Frontenac will come out probably actually kind of loose. Even though I think they're fired up, want to get back in it, there's just a different mentality when you're down a lot.
Yeah.
And then when you're up a lot, it can be difficult sometimes to make yourself stay with that same mentality. So sports is so stinking much mental. We'll just see. I know Coach Arkwright said all the right things in the locker room, and here we go.
Yeah, if 21, which is what Labette County leads by, if 21 goes to 28, that's tough if you're Frontenac. If 21 goes 7 the other way to 14 in the first 3.5 minutes, then it's a different deal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're certainly right. The first 3 minutes of this quarter can determine a lot of things. O'Bray is going to throw it in for Frontenac, who appears to have all 5 starters on the floor. And Labette County does as well. O'Bray throws it inside, tipped, nearly stolen,
I don't know
and
if
I think it went off of
Yeah.
Frontenac, but the ref's back, or
this
Hufton's
ref
back
out here
was
might
to-
overturn this. It
Yep.
hit him on the front, and the other ref could not have seen it.
Frontenac's already starting
Yeah.
to walk the other way.
Yeah,
they knew it.
They knew too, yeah. That's good refereeing right there, actually.
That
It's
is.
not always easy to do.
Nope. Yeah, that is. So turnover Frontenac on the first possession. I suppose no other way you'd rather start the second half, right?
Yep.
Right to left, here goes Nolan Nash, second in scoring with 7 in the first half. I have a feeling nobody on this team cares who scores the most points.
Not at all.
Here's Heston, back out to Nash. He'll drive short corner, double team trapped, back out to Barrett. Right wing, Coach Barcelona liking what he sees defensively to start. Heston kind of one-on-one with Smith right now. Now Nolan one-on-one with Hufton. He'll go between the legs a few times. The back door isn't there. He'll reverse it. Bates will get downhill, jump, stop, and lean. Johnson likes shots from the corner and missed that one barely. Nash with a good strong board and put back in traffic.
Yeah, that was, again, great position. He's sneaky that way. He finds or knows where he needs to be and anticipates it and gets there.
And one here for Hufton at the other end of the floor. Or no, that's Jake Wegner, sorry.
Yeah. That's a good hustle by him. Good play. He stayed with it, stayed strong. That happens.
Crept over the front of the rim with some English on the ball, and about half of the people here have left after the homecoming ceremony at halftime. So a little different as far as attendance. Actually, quite a bit different. Wow, since that first half. So Labette County up by 20 with 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Briggs Knight with a confident drive finds a swim move Bates. Heston corner, caught it low, shoots it high, missed it right. Rebound O'Bray.
Oh,
Bates
looky
steals
here,
it,
looky
scores
here.
it. I was about to write something down, and Kagan Bates read it, stole it, and scored it.
Frontenac, you can't get sloppy. You have to stay tight, or that's going to happen all night long.
As Dylan Johnson's going to get a block on Smith and rebound it. Bates, right to left, tries to create numbers. Now it's 4-on-4. Heston, right corner, reverses it to Nash at the top. Briggs Knight takes a couple dribbles, still dribbling, works on O'Bray, spins on O'Bray. Heston, right wing, downhill, pulls up, and bricked it deep. Almost fell, but fell over the front of the rim. Collier settles his feet, fires, misses the three-pointer short. Johnson fouled going the other way. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, in great position. He got a good block down here on that last possession. So, I agree. He's played very well tonight, Dylan Johnson.
Briggs Knight gets the inbounds pass and sets up an offensive play for Labette County here offensively. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Kagan Bates catches it at the logo. Coach Vars wants 5 seconds on the man-to-man defense, but doesn't get it. Bates with the kick to Heston. If this falls, and it does. Oh boy, Labette County leads by 25 with 5.5 minutes to play in the third.
Yeah, this is a real pivotal minute or two. He carried that up. Nope, called a foul.
11 points for Barrett Heston tonight on 3 3-pointers. Carson Lamb checks in for Briggs Knight, who's been really impressive tonight.
Yes, Argerbright reading his players and getting the sub in for him.
Ball is tipped by Kagan Bates. He called it out. Nobody got it quick enough, and they might call a foul here as Nolan Nash ran like a bayonet into the basketball I thought for sure they'd call a foul on that,
Well,
but I guess it was clean.
I think when a ball is not possessed, that was tipped, it's anybody's ball. It could be a charge.
O'Bray runs right into the chest of Johnson, who didn't swipe at it. He'll try to block this, and a foul's called there. Not a bad foul by Johnson, who was a little out of position due to the loose nature of the ball there. So 2 free throws for Jake Wegner. He's already shot 3 tonight.
Boy, a lot happened right there.
First free throw is up and good from Wegner. He's up to 8 points on the night and leads his team in scoring. Jake Murphy checking in, the sophomore for Frontenac, first time tonight. He replaces Houghton. And the second free throw is no good and nearly saved by Frontenac, but it goes out. It'll be Labette County's ball. Back in as their point guard, Julius Courtney. For their starting point guard, still playing with 3 fouls, Vinny Collier.
So, of course, we're going to have to deal with this full court pressure now from here on. So this is good for us, too. We need all this.
Labette County breaks it nicely. 3-on-2. Nash all the way to the cup and scores it.
That's how you break down a press and make them think about it next time.
3-point shot for Frontenac going the other way. No. Nice. Rebound Heston. They've got Lamb up in front. They find him. He's got one man to beat. Spins. Kicks it to Heston. Nolan wide open for 3. Short. Tipped about and goes to Courtney.
That was a nice patient play by Courtney Lamb. It wasn't there, and he backed it out, kicked it out top. It was perfect.
They're making such wise decisions for a group that last year never played together as a group, let alone the first game of the year. Another steal. Nolan Nash right to left, creating numbers. Wow. What a pass to Heston, who adjusts and is fouled. What a pass.
Yes. That long, lean bounce pass. It goes about 30 yards, just a real low arc to it.
Barrett Heston 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Wants to go 4 for 4 on the night after this pair. His first is good. 12 points now for Barrett Heston. 2 Grizzlies check in. Braxton George, a 6'2 sophomore. There's another depth piece.
Yep.
And I think Briggs Knight came back in. Is Dylan shaken up?
Well, just something's got him hurt, and I can't tell.
Barrett Heston has shot a lot of basketballs this summer. I can just tell.
Yeah, a few thousand.
Good fading jumper here from Smith. His first bucket of the second half. Gets Frontenac on the board here. 50-24 is the score. Nash will drive, get to the cup, and score. He is such an athlete.
Stop it. He sees a gap or whatever, boom, he's there.
Well, he's 6'1".
Yes.
I mean, he's 2 inches shorter than our center, and he plays guard.
I'm sure he can dunk. I don't know that, but I just know he can jump.
We do have a foul on this end of the floor amidst the continued joy for Labette County. A bit of stoppage of play here. Smith is going to shoot 2 for Frontenac, and the first is good. Labette County leads 52-25 with 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. So we have kind of hit the mark we talked about, the first 3-4 minutes of the second half, and Labette County has won it by 6 points.
Okay, now we need to play the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, I like it. Here's a missed free throw and a high good rebound for Heston. Labette County running out again, wants points. Okay. Good pass from Lamb to Knight. They've got the ball rotation, but Knight will settle down. Knight will drive and kick, and it goes off the leg of Murphy and stays with Labette County. And this ref's going to come in and maybe correct the call like we had earlier for Labette County's favor, and this one is going to be in Labette County's favor still. It'll stay with us. Heston teeter-totters the ball in his hand and elects to go to Lamb over the top on the inbounds. Knight at the top of the key, pulls the 3 down and drives, spins, finds Nash, jab steps and drives, shoots, fouled, and it's on the floor, I think. That'll be the third team foul on Frontenac. Labette County with 4 team fouls in this quarter.
Really good ball movement. I haven't seen really anybody force anything or try to throw a pass where it doesn't belong. It's just really heady.
Heston given room in the corner, shoots the 3 and missed it short, had position for his own rebound,
There you go.
and it's saved to Nolan Nash, and Coach Argerbright calls a timeout right when it was saved from Heston to Nash.
Yes, that was really smart, I think, because we were just a little out of whack and kind of compressed in the corner. It was a good timeout.
Wow.
Heston hustled after that. That's a difference maker. That's a possession.
Wow. Heston just looked over at his family that's sitting right below us and gave that big Barrett grin. This is, I'm not going to say unbelievable because it is believable, but this is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just, it's just been a while since we've just seen this team.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Destroy.
Gosh, I hate to keep saying having fun, but they are. They're relaxed and just playing basketball, and it's a good group.
Braxton George catches it on the inbound, goes to Heston, almost stripped going up, shoots a fading shot that falls. Barrett Heston with his first 2-pointer of the game.
Really?
Has some free throws and 3-pointers, but that was his first 2.
Okay.
And here's a 2-pointer on this end, the first for Jake Murphy.
That's it.
Labette County gets across the Frontenac pressure again, leading by 27 does Labette County. Nolan Nash has 14 points, trying to make it 16, holds the ball high and scores it, and Coach Argerbright fist pumps and smiles at the scoreboard. And Nolan Nash has taken a step.
Until you stop that, it's going to keep coming. So they're going to have to reboot. They're going to have to do something different.
Labette County almost up by 30. Braxton George playing good defense in the corner. He's got his man in trouble. It's Sneed, has to get out of Alcatraz, and he does, and then a ticky-tack called on Knight that wanted an elbow, as Briggs Knight has got some character about him. He's still talking.
He's respectful about it, but he's just, it's okay to say, you might watch him checking me or something. Pats him on the bottom, So, yeah.
First free throw, as that was the 5th team foul on Labette County this quarter, so it's 2 free throws for Frontenac, the rest of this 2.5 in the third quarter. First free throw is up and no good from Brogan Smith. And the second from the Raider sophomore. Good. Yeah. Substitution back in is Collier for Frontenac in place of Smith that just shot and made the free throw.
Yeah, this is perfect right now. Just because Frontenac's playing frantic and pressing us, and we're having to work at it. So this is so good for us. There you go.
Nolan Nash gets to the rim, scores again, plus the foul.
Told you so.
I can't even try to commentate good enough for how good that play was. That is a 6'1", 100% athlete that I just watched go down the floor and make a play.
They're going to have to. They won't. But they need to go to a zone and just try to match up. Man-to-man, they can't guard him.
Nolan's free throw is no good off the heel of the rim. Labette County leads by 30 with 2:15 left in the third quarter. And a leaking layup is made by Houghton as Frontenac's kind of getting down the floor pretty easily. Some of their shots have been contested and missed, but they're getting in position easily. Two-minute mark has just been surpassed. Labette by 28. Briggs Knight off a Heston screen to the cup confidently, missed the left-handed layup, and it's off of his hand. It'll go to the Raiders. That's the first empty possession, and it feels like a while.
Yeah, that, and I like that little bunny hop move down low. He'll make that most of the time.
As what's the call?
We fouled. We fouled, and they got the basket and won.
Okay, that was Collier on the bucket. When the whistle was blown, I just heard Labette County's bench kind of erupt like they thought it was offensive, but I didn't see the play, so.
Yeah.
Collier gets his 7th point, looking for his 8th right here in a moment as Kagan Bates checks in for Briggs Knight. Jake Wegner checks in for Frontenac as well. He pulls Luke Sneed.
Coach Arterbrat trying to lobby for a future call. It's always important.
Timeout Frontenac with 1:48 left in the third quarter here on the road for Labette County. They're playing their opener. They lead 58-33. Yes, you heard it right. Labette County has played outstanding here tonight. It's a full timeout. Back in a minute on KLKC.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Labette County will go the full length of the basketball floor with the ball after the inbounds pass. Nolan Nash has been great, has 8 points in both halves so far. Carson Lamb in the corner with it, double teamed and reverses out to Nolan Nash. Frontenac really trying to double team a lot of ball positions here for Labette.
Yeah. They're in a trap zone right now. They got out of that man.
Like a 2-1-2, and they're, trapping on the perimeter and in the corners. Labette County just playing catch. They burned 1:15 off in the second quarter before half, and they're going to try to burn 1:15 before the end of the third quarter here. Lamb in the corner. Here comes the trap, and they get out. Nash, they punch a hole in the zone. Bates inside the painted colored area. Loses it, but Lamb is there to save the day. 60 seconds now, 58 and counting. Labette County up 25 in the third quarter. Bates gets into the paint, bounce pass to Lamb, good pass to George, goes up, and he's fouled, and Braxton's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah. This is good because they're throwing a curveball at us, and our boys had to kind of adjust on the fly to that, so. Did a good job. We need these free throws. This will just be settling.
Braxton's first is up, and a pure swish for the sophomore shooting forward. Stands at 6'2", does Braxton George. Good build about him, too.
Yeah. And he's just another solid young man. We have some really class act kids out there.
Certainly do, as George makes both. Didn't hit rim on either of them. 45 seconds left in the third. Labette County by 27. Frontenac nearly loses it out of bounds. Overhead pass is going to go out of bounds. Turnover Raiders. I don't know the Frontenac personnel, what they had last year, nor do I know much about any of these players, actually none. But I'm going to guess maybe they got humbled a little bit tonight.
Yeah,
might be good for them too.
Was talking to a few of their fans before the game. They just asked how our teams were, and I said, well, we lost some seniors on both sides, but, we'll see. We've got some good kids coming back, and they seem to talk up their boys' team. And so when it started out and they looked so impressive, I thought, okay, they don't, So I agree. I think they didn't expect to be getting wiped like this.
Barrett Heston underneath for Labette County comes up short on kind of a layup floater attempt, and Collier the other way spits it out of traffic to the corner. McBray misses it, tipped about, pinballed, falls in the hands of Houghton. Backside Collier, layup, good.
Yeah, that, you're not going to keep a team down all the time. Here we go.
Oh! Half-court heave from Kagan Bates, nearly fell, and I mean nearly fell at the buzzer of the third quarter. At the end of 3 in Frontenac, Labette County 60, Frontenac 35. 1 minute break on KLKC.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671.
Labette County maintains possession to start the fourth quarter, and the clock starts ticking. Labette County, we wondered, okay, Frontenac might try to get back in it. Well, Labette County actually outscored them in the third quarter. So now Frontenac has half the time to overcome an even bigger deficit. Well, Labette County misses a shot on this end, and Frontenac scores on the other. It's O'Bray that got it to go. Frontenac gets a steal and has it back. O'Bray looking for 4 straight points. Good unselfish pass, and scoring it is Houghton. A 4-0 run for Frontenac to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I know you can still say, well, we're still up 21, but that little exchange right there, I don't like the feeling I have in my stomach right now, so we need to get right down to business.
Here's Bates, almost had his pocket picked, maintains, gets in, good find. Heston adjusts, corner 3, missed it. Johnson in the mess, but can't corral. Outlet long, Collier up ahead, Euros shoots, scores. 6-0 run for Frontenac, full timeout from Coach Argabright. It's 60-41, a 19-point Grizzly advantage. You're right, a lot of time. We'll keep it here. Yeah. Thanks some sponsors one last time for tonight's contest.
Well, you look that up. This is just something you can never replicate in practice, what we're experiencing right now. So this is a great opportunity for us to show our steel and just close this game out.
Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tent Connection, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, and Community National Bank. Yeah, like you were saying, should Labette County still end up pulling this one out, it's good to handle some of these pushes that Frontenac is making.
Yeah, it's going to happen sub-state, state, and all year long. You have to endure it.
They're in the middle of a 6-0 run. Collier maybe, well, here's a steal, never mind. Here's Smith at the other end, missing the layup, but his teammates are there to put it back. It's Houghton, and an 8-0 run to start the fourth quarter for Frontenac. Bates bounce pass to Nash, calmly collects it, one arm fleeing up to Knight, trapped in the corner, tries to find Nash and does at the half-court stripe, right on the Raider logo. Here's Bates. Labette needs to stay in attack mode, but be efficient about it. Here's Nash in the corner, given room but doesn't shoot it. Drives into the dark-colored wood in the paint, jump stop floater, no good, off of Johnson, Frontenac ball. 60-43, Labette County with 6:15 left in the game.
Yeah, we're just going to have to defend ourselves out of this. We need some stops, and that'll cool their jets. We have to play better defense.
Smith, the head of the circle, dribble handoff, O'Bray. He's a good shooter and gets this 17-footer to fall. He's got 4 points, and Frontenac's gone on a 10-0 run in this quarter in the first 2 minutes. Bates surveys. He's going to have to dribble out of the press and does. I say go score if you can.
Yeah, we can't get too hesitant on shooting. We're not going to stall for 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
Nash gets downhill. Ice cream scoop shot is no good. Long heave for Frontenac is tracked down in the corner. Three-pointer from Collier, good. A 12-point game with 5.5 minutes left. It's a full timeout. Let's take it. 1 minute, KLKC.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here.
Labette County with the basketball, fresh out of a timeout, trying to stop the bleeding of a 13-0 Frontenac run in the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter to get it to a 12-point Grizzly lead.
And you know what's so interesting? If we can just score one basket, we'd be up 14 or 15.
Right.
But right now, we're not sure what to do. We need someone to step up and just be loose like that.
Barrett Heston drills a corner three, his fourth of the night, and it's back up to a 15-point lead. Dump down inside is too high, out of bounds, turnover Frontenac. Yeah, you're right. You can explain.
Well, the feeling is that you're losing it, and then you're just one basket or one good defense away from really taking the wind out of this push. And but only in sports can momentum flip like that. Just a minute ago, both benches were opposite of what they were the entire game.
If you say you're up 15 with 4.5 minutes left with the ball, you're thinking, great. But when you were up 32 minutes ago, it's different. Here's a steal from Collier. He stole it from Bates again. Bad layup from Collier, out of bounds. That's got to be Labette ball.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Off of Carson Lamb, says the official, staying with the home team.
Got to find that defensive urgency we've had the whole game.
O'Bray can shoot it, so can this guy. Collier, step back, good pass. Acted like he was going to shoot it and found Wegner, who laid it in.
Yeah, that was well played. I wish it weren't so, but it was. Yeah, we're going to get the 5 count on now. We got to get the ball in.
Heston in trouble, finds Knight. He's going to have to pass out of it too. He's defended well by Smith. Knight fouled by Smith from behind. First foul of the quarter by anybody.
Yeah, Briggs was forced to bring the ball up. You know, sometimes when there's pressure like that, you want to dish it off and let someone else bring it up. But he did a good job.
63-50, Labette County leads. Tough pass, finds Bates, luckily for Labette County. 3:50 left. Bates gets downhill, shoots a floater that missed it a little bit strong. Long outlet to O'Bray. He'll stop and shoot the three, I bet. He does. Missed it. Knight on the board. Nope. Goes right back to Frontenac. Wegner scores it.
Well, we needed that.
It's an 11-point game with 3:35 left. Timeout Frontenac. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
(52) Frontenac, 63 Labette County. 3:35 left in the game. Labette County has possession of the basketball. Barrett Heston has 4 threes tonight and 18 points on the night. Barrett Heston needs help. He's trapped in front of Frontenac's bench and finds Heston. Labette's got to go right to left quickly. Bates has to go, and he does. Touches the paint, had a floater but pulled it down with 3:20 left. Heston wide open, wants his 5th three of the game. Missed it short. 2 Grizzlies are there, but they can't corral it. Tucker rushes back in. Bates with a steal. Right hand layup. Good.
Oh, got in the net.
That's goaltending on Frontenac. Kagan Bates with a huge steal at a perfect time. Labette County goes back up 13 with 3:10 left in the game.
Yeah.
Boy, that was perfect.
Yes, one more stop here.
They could have gotten it to single digits there, and instead it's back to 13.
Yeah, seems like the defense is always the trigger that gets you out of a problem like that.
Yeah. O'Bray eyeing down a potential 3, but he'll have to tuck it at his hip. Collier, his fellow 3-point sharpshooter. Here's a drive, layup, missed, rebound, Tucker Rush. That was a big stop here. Bates across half court, catches it, holds it in the holster, and finds Nolan Nash, who's been quieter recently, but he's been great tonight. Bates inside, Heston in the corner, doesn't shoot it with 2.5 left. Labette leads by 13 with no shot clock tonight.
Collier's either gassed or hurt.
Carson Lamb has it and finds Bates. Labette County getting by the skin of their teeth here. Tucker Rush wants to score and does. Tucker Rush with his first points wearing a varsity uniform. And the sophomore gets himself in the book.
Big, 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 big.
That was big. You
got it to 15.
It's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Labette County leads by 15 again with 2:15 left. Let's talk about the last couple things that have happened. Labette County was up 11 and Frontenac had the ball.
Yeah.
Kagan steals it, then it goes to 13. Frontenac, or Labette County gets a stop, then burns 30 seconds and scores. I mean, that was a big 60 seconds of play that might have determined the outcome.
Yeah, and the way the momentum and situation was, had Frontenac scored, that momentum starts to snowball even more. And so then it just gets crazy. And then, you know how that is. Then they think anything they throw up goes in. So, yeah, we have to continue to defend well and we'll win.
Excited to hear from Coach Argerbright postgame in the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Be sure to stay tuned for that. We thank everybody listening on 106.7 FM or KLKC Sports on YouTube. Season opener here. The Lady Grizzlies won earlier by a score of 41-23 over the Lady Raiders. The Grizzly men trying to complete the sweep of Frontenac here and spoil their homecoming parade, if you will. 2 minutes to play in the game. Labette up 15. O'Bray for 3 at the top. Misses it short. Good box by Dillon. Tries to clear. He has a dribble if he wants, but he finds Kagan Bates. Kagan flips it to the far side to Nash. Crosses up his man and throws it right back to our point guard, Kagan Bates. And now Nash gets it back and is fouled. And now Frontenac has to foul 3 more times before Labette County is shooting free throws.
And I'm sure they will. And hey, we're gonna have to make some of those free throws.
15 points with 1:40 left. It's feeling pretty good. Carson Lamb at midcourt, dishes, finds Nash. A foul may be coming in quickly. Well, they're just trying to play good defense here, I think, and they do. Labette County throws it away.
Yeah, that's, of course, not what you want, but we have to defend. We just have to let that go and pressure the ball. Just no easy shots here.
Collier full head of steam downhill, near travel, left-hand touch shot, no good. Somehow squirted the ball out to his teammate, Houghton, who scored it. He has 8 points tonight, all in this half. A 13-point Grizzly advantage with 1:15 left. Heston gets by 3 white jerseys downhill. Dish to Johnson. They'll probably call it a charge. They do.
Yeah, and that's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Coach Argerbright, Coach Argerbright kind of looks at his crew and said, stay grounded, let's go, stay grounded. You're up 13 with a minute left. Stay grounded and you win the game. Here's O'Bray getting an and one underneath the rim, and he'll shoot a free throw here in a moment. Five new Raiders set to check in here after this free throw if he makes it from Gatewood O'Bray. And he hits it.
This is interesting. Unless he's just going to foul a couple times and then switch right back out.
Labette County's lead is 10 with 61 seconds left in the game. And an illegal screen going the other way on Kagan Bates. The ref motioning as if he stuck out his lower extremity to perhaps inhibit a Raider from moving. Who knows? Turnover Labette County, and in comes that other 5. Frontenac 57, Labette County 67 with 1 minute left, and it's Raider ball. I mean, I'm almost certain Labette County is going to win, but it's like, can we get to the finish line already?
Well, this is basketball all year long.
Here's O'Bray downhill, leans, shoots, misses, skies for his own, and finishes. It's one of those deals where every time Frontenac gets the ball, they're going to score now.
Yeah,
like it's going to happen.
We're almost afraid to defend too tightly.
Yes.
And they're so they're at a place where they have to score. They're just going freak show it down low, getting the ball. So, yeah, I don't even have a response other than we just have to.
Yeah, Frontenac has to score 3 more times before Labette shoots free throws, which could be a disadvantage to Labette County, because that gives Frontenac opportunities to be fairly aggressive. And if they foul, they don't really care. Yeah, I mean, Labette County, if you can get the ball in, break the press, make free throws, you win the game. I mean, I know it's simple, and we're at this point, so it must not be simple. But Labette County leads 67-59 with 52 seconds left. 2 team fouls on Frontenac this quarter, 3 for Labette County. That's almost irrelevant at this point, unless Labette County or Frontenac gets to the rim and forces a couple fouls. But we'll see what Frontenac elects to do here. Labette County is going to have to inbound underneath Frontenac's rim, so they have to go the whole length of the floor, does Labette County.
I know the mindset is to try to milk the clock, but they're not going to let us. So I almost hope we just drive down and try to score a layup.
Frontenac forces a double, and Carson Lamb's going to be fouled on kind of a leg sweeper effort. Not intentional by any means by Jake Murphy, but Lamb went up for the ball, and Murphy kind of fell, I don't know, under Carson's feet, and it might have saved Labette County from a turnover. I don't know where Carson was going to come down inbounds or not. That's the 3rd team foul on Frontenac. As I mentioned, doesn't really hurt him, but doesn't help him a whole lot. As Bates crosses half court, and they foul Bates on his backside, and that'll be the 4th team foul on Frontenac, as those seconds are going by quickly if you're a Frontenac fan, with 41 seconds left now.
Interesting strategy here by Frontenac.
Bounce pass goes into Heston. He'll hold it. Here's Johnson, and they go back to Nash. Now to Bates, left wing. Frontenac still hasn't fouled, and now they do. And Kagan Bates is going to shoot 2 free throws here with 30 seconds left. Quite a bit of time actually came off right there.
Yeah, I agree with those fouls and throwing it in and milking 4, 5, 6 seconds and throwing it in. Well, I won't state the obvious, but It'd be good for Kagan to go through his routine and just let this ball go.
Kagan's first free throw is up and down and out. Kagan is 2 for 5 from the line. If he makes this, he'll go 50% on the night. Looks at his head coach and does what he does often, just kind of exchanges a frustrated grunt. Coach Argebright tries to bring him back down to earth. And Kagan is going to fire away his second free throw and hit it.
Okay, it's going to take 3 threes to tie us, but we just want to focus on this possession and playing good defense.
33 seconds left in the game. Ball goes in, clock runs as it's picked up by Smith.
Gotta stop the ball.
Smith underneath,
All
good
right.
steal. Kagan Bates on the backside. Snuck in the back door.
Once again.
And got his hand in the cookie jar, and boy, that's a big one.
Oh, Speedy Gonzalez, man, he just comes out of nowhere. How many times tonight has he disrupted something like that and saved as a basket or created? That's got to be his 4th or 5th where he sneaks in there and does that. Yeah.
59-69 as Kagan makes the first free throw. Labette County up by 10 with 27 seconds left, with one more coming from Bates. He's been great tonight. Kagan misses the second. He is up to 16 points on the game, though. Here's Collier at the other end. Good move, and his layup falls. Probably a timeout from Frontenac, yep. As they're down 8 with 19 seconds left. Probably a good timeout. You still have a chance. It's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take 30 on KLKC.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
$19 seconds left in the season opener for these Grizzly boys taking on Frontenac on the road. They were up by 30 points exactly earlier in the second half tonight, and your score is now Frontenac 61, Labette County 69 with 19 seconds left in the ball game, and it'll be Labette County ball.
Well, let's get the ball in, and let's make our free throws. Because as soon as we get it in, I imagine we'll be fouled immediately.
All 5 Grizzlies line up out of bounds. Bates throws it to Heston, and he's fouled, and Barrett will walk the length of the floor and shoot 2 free throws as he's kind of grinning a little bit, walking down to the free throw line. He's been really good tonight alongside a couple other players for Labette County. He has 18 points, looking for 19 and 20 here at the stripe with 17 seconds left. The first free throw from Barrett is good. He is 5 for 5 from the free throw line tonight and has 4 3-pointers and just 1 2-point bucket. His second free throw is good.
Okay, that's big.
20 points for Heston tonight. As I like this, Labette County's applying some pressure to hopefully burn more clock as Bates might force another steal. He does. Kagan Bates has been unbelievable, and Nolan Nash is going to lay it in. Icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Buzzer sounds. That shot doesn't matter. 73-61, Labette County wins. I can tell you, I don't know if there's actually a hotel called this or not, but if Frontenac ever stumbles upon a Bates Motel, they're never going to stay there again.
There is a motel called the Bates
It's an old
Motel.
TV show, I remember.
Yeah, a horror show.
Oh, well, it was. That's perfect then. My perfect example. Frontenac would, yeah.
I used to call him the motel, and he'd always just look at me.
They did not enjoy their stay.
So that ending was kind of poetic justice because that score looks a little better as to what that game was like.
I agree. 73-61, Labette County wins. This is a team that averaged, I think, just a hair over 40 a game last year, and they almost double that average tonight. They win by a dozen. A lot of good things to dive into. We'll have the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. I'm sure Coach Argerbright will come up and join us here later on, so stick with us. We'll be back in 3 minutes on KLKC. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of Labette County Grizzly basketball, where your Grizzlies start the season off with a win. 73-61 is the final score. Jack Leak alongside my father this season with the color commentating. Jack Leak. I think he's in a wrestling match with the microphone right now. 73-61, your final score. Labette County wins by a dozen. I guess I'm off by one bucket somewhere, but this is going to be close enough. So these aren't I'm off by 2 points somewhere, but here's what I had. I had Barrett Heston with 20, Nolan Nash with 20, Kagan Bates with 16, Dylan Johnson with 7, Braxton George with 2, Tucker Rush with 2, Briggs Knight with 2, and Carson Blake with 2 as well. For Frontenac, Labette County did a good job on some of their better players. Sure, they got their own down the stretch and made it kind of a game there late, but here's how it ended for the Raiders. Collier had 17, O'Bray had 14, Wegner had 12, Houghton and Smith each had 8, and Murphy had 2. At the end of the first quarter, it was 18-13 Grizzlies. Second quarter was won by Labette County 21-5. The third quarter was won by Labette County as well, 21-17, and they got it out to a 30-point lead in that quarter. The fourth quarter, however, Frontenac got within 9. It was either 9 or – no, they got within 8. They're late, very late.
Yeah.
They got within 8. They outscored Labette County 26-11 in the fourth quarter, so a few averages prevailed there at the end for Frontenac as far as scoring, maybe individually and as a team. But Labette County almost doubled their season average from last year. Kagan Bates was unbelievable. What did you see from Labette County tonight?
Lots of energy. A lot of good play from a lot of players. Well-coached team. And although my heart hates it, that winning that way was such a invaluable situation. Those are the things coaches try so hard in practice to replicate stress and pressure and worry, and you cannot do it. So to win a game like we did just now, a lot of good should come from this. So you wanted to say, well, we should have won by 30 type thing, but, Frontenac's better than that. So it was just a good way to hang on and be pressed and then go ahead and win the ball game. So it's a good night for Grizzlies.
Labette County does have the Circle Invitational next week. It'll be Tuesday night at home against Circle, who's always, the teams in the Circle tournament are always really good. And if you can get 2 wins out of 3 in that thing, that's a pretty darn good deal. Labette County will start home against Circle on Tuesday, and then they will go to Mulvane on Thursday. Good to see you, David. Take care, man. And then on Saturday, we go to Circle, not to play Circle, but to play Collegiate, who's always up there in the rankings in their respective class. So not an easy week next week, but goodness, what a fun team to watch play tonight. Again, like I said, I'm off by a point, a basket. I missed a basket tonight in my scorekeeping, but I have Barrett Heston at 20 and Nolan Nash at 20 and Kagan Bates at 16. So even if I'm off, they scored a lot. So, man, those 3 played really well. Barrett Heston hit 4 threes. Kagan Bates last season averaged, or I don't know his average, but he had 28 steals on the season, and we played 20 games, so that's about just over a steal a game.
Yeah.
And he had 6 tonight.
Yeah.
Well, 5.
Yeah, a bunch, and when we needed them.
Yeah.
So, and those 3 leading scorers, how old are those fellas?
Well, Kagan Bates is a junior. Nolan Nash is a sophomore. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And Barrett Heston is a junior.
Yeah, so, lots of good play from a lot of people.
Okay, so I was off on Kagan Bates. I have the official scorebook. Kagan had 18, not 16 points. So there, I found my missing link, and all is right in the world. But, man, that trio was incredible. And we're about to hear from the head man himself, Coach Argerbright, making his way up here. That was a pretty stingy performance by Labette County right there. Coach, I'll let you crack us off with an opening statement because, 1, I don't know where to start, and 2, it's the first game, so I'll let you start.
Yeah, I know why you're saying you don't want to start because it's a whole different team.
Yeah.
Really proud of this group. Just really, I told them, after the game that I started off with, this summer we really bought in. Probably the best summer I've ever had as a head coach. Just in that they bought in, they were there every day. Even when I wasn't there, they were talking. I had Scotty and that. And most groups, be kind of flaky. But this group they buy in, and they work hard. They work really hard on defense. And I know we had a little bit of lapse there, but, that's basketball. It's going to happen. Yep. There's going to be runs. But they fought through adversity at the end, so that's what was good to see.
Right.
We needed that. It wasn't going to be a cakewalk. Frontenac's a great program, great tradition. And we talked about that at halftime. Just because we're up, they're going to keep fighting. So I'm just really proud of this group. They really work hard, and they play for one another, and it showed in the scorebook. It showed on the points, and it showed on the court.
And that was something that at times and in stretches last season, points were somewhat hard to come by, and you put up 73 tonight.
Yeah. I don't know if we've ever put that up since I've been the head coach.
Talk about just what went behind those 73 points tonight with those 3 kids going for 2020 and 18.
Yeah, they just were very confident tonight. Nolan Nash in that third quarter just was unstoppable at the rim. But, he was looking for the intent to score. Also had a couple plays that he wants to get back, I know, and, we were a little bit tired on our legs. But Kagan Bates had a great first half, and not that he didn't have a good second half. But his first half, he was under control, poised, made a lot of good plays around the rim and made some free throws. And then Barrett came out ready to play. A great shooter for us, great free throw shooter, hit 4 threes. It's like finally time for a Heston to step up again,
There you go.
We had Eli for all those years, and now Barrett's really making that junior jump. And, he had 20 points tonight and 4 threes, and he was perfect from the free throw line. That's why we got him the ball at the end of the game. But, the thing that we talked about in the locker room more than anything was our bench play. We thought our bench play was really good. We were a lot deeper than we have been. I still felt there was a couple guys on the bench that could have played tonight.
Yeah.
That probably want to play, but it wasn't their time yet. So that will come, and I still feel like we got guys that can step in. But I thought Braxton George, Tucker Rush, Carson Blake, Carson Lamb, they all played big minutes tonight. And especially with some of our guys tired right off the bat. If you're tired, I told them, give me that signal and I'll get you out of the game. And I had a bunch of those tonight, which is great because I know they're playing their tails off on defense. So it was a good sight to see, and I was really proud of the bench tonight.
Yeah, I look at all those names you just read off, and every one of them was felt. Every one of them was seen and heard, mainly by Frontenac. I mean, boy, you guys were all over him defensively. And Kagan Bates, I don't know how many steals he had.
Yeah.
And a couple were timely. When Frontenac had the ball to get it to single digits with time, he gets it back to 13, the lead. I mean, goodness, his prowess is really good.
Yeah, he really understands the game. Probably one of the best competitors I've coached. He just wants to win. And the thing I love about Kagan, his size doesn't define him. Most people would say, oh, he's a small guy, this and that. He plays harder than anybody on the court. So I can't say enough good things about Kagan. He really pulled us out there at the end. I know the steal you're talking about. He was on help side there and helped in the paint, got the steal, and we got the free throws on the other end. That's a 4-point swing, which could have been a layup for them to cut it to 7 or 9 or whatever it was. Just he's really taken that junior jump too. All these guys that we're talking about that scored a lot have played varsity basketball now, and Nolan's only a sophomore and comes out with 20 tonight. So it's exciting to see them make that jump and be confident on the court. I thought our poise was so much better tonight than we had in the last couple of years. But, part of that's just growing up and, and learning and playing varsity basketball. So I'm just really proud of them for, not being disappointed with how last year went or how their freshman year went and just getting better and better as it went on.
Yeah, Frontenac threw the first punch. They didn't go up by a lot, but they threw the first punch.
Yeah, it was a great first quarter, yeah.
We had seen that in the past. Oh, man, down 8, 9, 11 at half. But then you guys flipped it so quick, and we're up 13 like that. So, yeah. The poise was there. Last thing, I'll let you go celebrate. You lose Hudson, one of the better centers we've had in a long time. And then I think a lot of the chatter was, oh, man, Dylan Johnson might be the 5. He's, one of our taller kids. And talk about the role that you feel like he's stepped into and how maybe it's different from what he's been used to, or maybe it's the same. I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of played that 4 spot for us his whole career, kind of a stretch 4. We'll play him some in the post if we're going 2-post look, or we'll play him on the perimeter if we're going 4 out, 1 in. I've asked him to do a lot in the last couple of years. But we've talked about with him, it's all about being big on the boards. I don't need him to go down there and bully somebody for 10 points tonight. He's a great shooter. He shot a couple threes tonight. One went in and out. He made one in the first quarter. His role this year is just different, and not in a bad way. We're just expecting more of him. And I think with him, he's still getting in shape. He had a migraine tonight, he said. So that's exciting. I don't think he played to his potential that he would say, but still gave us good 7 points in that first half. Didn't score in the second, but he was really vocal that fourth quarter too, trying to get guys in spots, trying to be a leader, being that senior that we need for leadership on the court. So another one I want to talk about is Briggs. Briggs fought the flu today. Another kid that we think is going to score the ball a little bit more than he did tonight. He had 2 tonight, but his leadership is invaluable on the court too. Just a kid that wants to win. We came out of the second quarter and he goes, I want to be on the ball.
Very vocal.
I can shut him down. Yes, very vocal. Just proud of those seniors and their leadership. And we're going to need it down the stretch. So they did a really nice job tonight, those seniors.
That was a pleasure to watch, Coach. That was a pretty buttoned-up first game of the year. And now you have the Circle Tournament, 3 really good games next week for teams to learn, look in a mirror a little bit, and hopefully win while doing that. Not trying to look ahead, but just a fun week as always next week.
Yeah, we're excited. We know we got Circle, and we're going to get to play in front of our fans on Tuesday. So we only get 7 opportunities to play at home this year. So we're going to make the most of it. And, we got to go get better on Monday at practice. That's our whole thing. 1-0 is great, but right now it's about stacking days together and getting better before Christmas.
Nice win tonight, Coach. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thanks. Always appreciate you guys. Go Grizzlies.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great job tonight. Great win. Your final score, Labette County 73, Frontenac 61. For Jack Leake and Lucas Hayward on the live stream, I'm Jack Leake saying good night from Frontenac, Kansas. If you're driving home, drive safe. Have a good night, everybody. And as always, God bless.